I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. You said from day one you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
We're in the building. Let's get it popping. It's Free Game Friday. We got a loaded lineup. All of it brought to you by BetUS TV. Head on over there today. We're over here on TikTok. We're on or everywhere. Smitty's in the back. We're about to pop this thing off. It is Free Game Friday. Can't do a better one without some legendary coaches and former players joining the show today. Of course, John King joins us, NFL Super Bowl champion quarterback. But hoops legend, a guy I grew up watching on the sideline, a Kansas native, Lon Krueger, joins us right out the gate here in about 10 minutes. Former Oklahoma Sooner Final Four leading head coach, K-State Hall of Famer, UNLV legend, Lon Krueger joins us. He'll be joining us here. Lon Krueger will join us here in about 10 minutes. And then let's bring our main man in, Smitty, right away. The Far East Sider 317, LeBron Hairline, having Lamar Jackson loving an AR5 defending. Caitlin Clark Jockin, my very own co-host extraordinaire, Big Smitty, joins us right out the gate.
Yes, sir. It's Free Game Friday.
I like to be small.
You said Willow, bro?
I don't like to be small over there.
I love when you small. The show look better visually for the fans. Everybody told me it looks better when it's like this. So I love it, homie. I love it. It looks good.
People really be watching the show, dog. I got hit up so many times about something I didn't even know I said. And it said, that's probably happens a lot, but they said I said a quote or something before we went to the first commercial. And I didn't realize it. And I'm like, well, let me go back here. And that's when I found a video of the doobadoo. But I was let me that shit started to take some traction too. I said something like, I ain't the coldest cat, but I'll take his place till he get here. And then
you said that. It went to commercial break.
I was gonna be a rapper when I grew up, but I was like,
I'm glad you wasn't.
Hey, let's do the lead in together real quick, because I gotta ask you, Smitty, and everyone else out there, what are we doing, people? The Maryland head coach, Kevin Willard. Basically, this is before a Sweet 16 tip-off, Smitty. So I'm about to, we're about to get ready. We're about to, we got to play a very good team in Florida, #1 seed. And I'm going to walk in, Smitty, and it's going to go like this. Hey, Smitty, Darnell, everybody have a seat. Listen, man, I love you guys. I really appreciate everything. I know we're about to play Florida. We probably can't win this game, so I've taken the head coaching job at Villanova. But let's go out and play hard. All right? Good. Ready, break. What? Homie, What are we doing, dog? I gotta be real. Like, this guy accepts the Villanova job prior to a Sweet 16 game and wonder why, and then it leaked somehow, and he said, I don't know, Bailey, do we have a video real quick? He said he's pissed off because he didn't expect to be in this situation because the fans booed him, Smitty, as he was walking through the line. The fans booed him.
Right.
And he said he didn't realize it because he didn't want to be in this predicament. Take a listen.
Guys left the team hotel. There were some fans that voiced their displeasure. Does that make you think at all about, do you want to be at Maryland?
Not at all. I got my guy. We would not be in the Sweet 16 if it wasn't for Harvey Sanders. Harvey Sanders runs our collective, does all the fundraising, has been instrumental in getting us back to where we are. And Hard gave me the biggest hug. So he matters. I understand fans are going to be pissed because I'm in limbo and this and that. And I get it. Like, I'm kind of pissed, to be honest with you, because I didn't expect to be in this situation. But
Coach, thank you.
What? I'm confused, homie. I don't know if you might be smarter than me. I'm not grasping this concept.
He said I'm kind of pissed, JB.
He said he in limbo.
Right. Like, what does that
How
mean?
are you
like,
in limbo? Dog, I'm confused, man. I had a whole rant ready to go, but we'll wait for later because I know Coach Krueger is going to join us. So I just wanted to bring you in right out the gate to talk about it. He said, I understand the fans are going to be pissed because I'm in limbo. I don't know how you're in limbo. And I don't know how you don't expect to be in this situation. Listen, when you address the collective as the most important part of your program right out the gate, we have a fundamental issue in the NCAA for allowing the portal to poach players during the tournament, for allowing teams to poach coaches during the tournament. It's an absolute mockery. I don't know if I don't know how fans want to bet on this anymore, on these amateur players who we pay to make them consider them professionals, but we're gonna still understand something. I wouldn't bet $1 on these motherfuckers, man. They're too up and down. You got coaches aren't even all in, players aren't all in. What are we really doing, man? I think you're ruining one of the greatest times of the year in March Madness. I think that when we got a coach addressing a team prior to the game in a Sweet 16 tournament against a Florida team who's arguably, top
team.
Yeah, like you really expect to win that game going in there saying I'm going to take the Villanova job?
And, and when he says he's in limbo, like what is he saying? Is he saying like
he may not want to go? He's
saying that, or he's saying Villanova hasn't given him an answer yet? Like he just don't know. Like it's not official. Like, I don't understand what he's saying. Like
so here's the issue. This is what I've done some research. The rumor is, or not the rumor. Apparently, the fact of it is, Villanova has offered him the job. Right. Maryland found out and is trying to counter match Villanova's offer and keep him. So now the cat is in limbo because he don't know what to do.
You're a grown man.
We got Lon Krueger joining us, legendary hoops coach. Oklahoma took them to the Final Four just 9 years ago. K-State coaching legend and playing legend. UNLV coaching legend. I think he's won over 250 games at UNLV. Where our guy Josh Pastor just took the job at, replacing Coach Krueger's son. And I got to ask him what he thinks, Smitty, about this coach, particularly Kevin Willard, leaving Maryland to go to a Villanova during the Sweet 16. In his wildest dreams, would he have ever imagined this would be where we are? A lot going on. And I guess, Smitty, this is what amateur sports have become, just money. It's about money. We have always wanted money, Smitty. You and I, since I was a little kid, I always wanted money. But the problem is, and the difference, I believe, the true difference, I think, is we knew where that money was and what we had to do to go get it.
Right.
I don't think they understand that anymore. Now we can be mediocre and live off of someone else and make a bunch of money. I mean, for Christ's sakes, the radio guy at McNeese State is making NIL money and now doing commercials. I just got a video someone sent me. The coaches now are like, screw my current team. Plus, by the way, this is being said while you're in the Sweet 16. Jesus, help, man. This is bad. Let's get to the quote of the day, Smitty, before Coach Krueger jumps on. Brought to you by BetUS TV. Head on over there today. Quote of the day, Smitty. Ooh, life is not about how much you succeed. It's about what happens when you fail.
Ooh-wee. That's the real defining moment of any man. Of any man. When you get knocked down, how do you respond? It's easy to smile and be happy when everything's going great for you. It's the bright lights, the money coming in good. But when you lose that job, when you lose that woman, when you lose the opportunity, when you don't succeed, how do you respond? That would define you as a man. I like that. That's powerful right there. That's a top 100. I'm back. That's a top 100 for sure. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
You don't like it? You don't really like it that much?
Yeah, I like it. I used to use it for football for my teams. Life is not about how much you succeed, but it's about what happens when you fail. It's kind of like getting knocked down 20 times, but can you get up the 21st time? That's what matters. That's kind of how I took it and spun it. But
it's super important for football because as we know, it's next play mindset. Next play, you lost last week, got another game next week. Like figure it out, So
speaking of football, we got a legend joining us today as well. Our guy, Uso extraordinaire.
We
got him, former Seattle Seahawk.
You gonna say his name?
Legend.
And he told me behind the scenes that he got some good TJ Houshmandzadeh stories. He just randomly told me that. So
really?
I said, all right. Yeah. So I'm going to put him on the spot.
How'd you come across him? I know we've talked.
Yeah, I think he originally saw me when I was on Speak for Yourself. You
just met him in this space.
We never met in person ever. Nah, he just started following me on Instagram. He's a fan of The Porch as well, and he would comment and laugh. So I'm like, this is like the OG, and we just connected on Instagram. And he's telling me I'm a big fan of your content. Keep it up, and literally it's been straight through that. It's organic. He's a real good dude, genuine cat. Always shows support and love.
Yeah,
obviously I know him. Just from being an OG playing. So. Yeah, man. When you put out good material and good work, you get support. That's what it is. It's normal stuff.
Josh Fele, a lot of you guys will like our Oos that's joining us. Lofa, sorry. He'll be joining us here. Tatupu. So we'll have him on. Coach Krueger obviously will be joining us right out the gate here. And then contrary to belief, let's bring that prize picks. Let's head on over there today as the other half of the Sweet 16 will be played today. I went 1-3 yesterday, Smitty. Horrific performance.
Really?
Yeah, Florida was my only winner. I picked Arkansas to upset Texas Tech, and we're going to dive into that because that is on our thumbnail, and I'm going to dive into that because Cal lost me some money. Contrary to belief, Smitty, when you finish talking bad about me, don't forget to tell them the good I did for you.
Ooh, keep it balanced. People be so quick to want to, JB didn't do this. JB said this to me. He was rude. Talk about the other 1,000 times I loaned you money, let you stay at my crib, let you borrow some ketchup, gave you a ride, drove from Compton all the way to Orange County to pick you up to take you to school. Talk about those times as well. I love that.
Hey, Smitty, let's get into the poll question after this, but we got a legend joining us, man. A guy I watched roaming the sidelines as a young coach, a young player, and then it got me into coaching. Obviously, we had great Jim Harrigan last week. We've had Bobby Crimmins on. This is March Madness. It wouldn't be fit to not have this legend on, especially having spent so much time in Kansas as a coach myself. It would be unfit to have without this legendary guy joining us here. So, Coach Lon Krueger joins the show. Please bring him in.
Coach.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Coach, man. Hey, Coach, I gotta be honest. That face right now I'm looking at is something I grew up watching on the sideline, man. So I can't appreciate you. I appreciate you for joining us here today.
Well, thank you. You make me feel old. That's good.
You look good to me, Coach. I love your background. I see all your accomplishments in the background. That's how you do it.
A lot of grandkid pictures and a lot of good memories for sure.
No doubt. Coach, we won't hold you too long. I know you're about to get out to the links. One of my good friends in this world is Pat Perez, who's now, obviously a I think he's held a card for longer than anybody on PGA, and then he went over to the Live. But so good hunting today. Hopefully you shoot under par. Hey, Coach, you got we share something in common. I coached JUCO a long time in Kansas, obviously, Independence and Garden City. I know you're from those neck of the woods, obviously a K-State legend. My former boss is in the rafters there in Manhattan, Tammy Romstead, female hooper. She came after you after you played, obviously, but
she was great. She was a great player for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. She said to tell you hello. She's now out in Kansas City area, in I think in the YMCA region of things. But I got to ask you, Coach, we let the show off right out the gate here. It's a different world, Wild Wild West times 10. It sounds like. I don't know if I could coach it anymore. I don't know how bad you miss it. But let me ask you. You just took Oklahoma to the Final Four not too long ago. It seems like a long time ago, but really it was 9 years ago or so. And since that time, Coach, we got a guy last night in Coach Willard addressing his team prior to playing Florida in a Sweet 16 contest, telling him, I'm probably taking the Villanova job. Where are we at? Is this normal practice, Coach? Like, I never heard of anything like this. We're seeing coaches getting poached during the tournament and players getting poached. And the portals that actually open during the tournament, I've never seen nothing like this. Chime in for me, Coach.
Well, there's not been anything like this. It's a different world today altogether. It's not so much about relationships or loyalties. I'm not sure we're teaching the young people lifetime of lessons. Some certainly benefit from the money, and that's great. I think all coaches feel okay with that. Certainly, NIL is not what it was intended to be in terms of earning what your real value is in name, image, likeness. But now the players, agents, they all feel entitled, and coaches are having to deal with something that they're not used to from past years. So it's not normal. It's a new world, and it's a new game, and hopefully we can get some boundaries on it at some point. I think we need to stop tweaking it each year and just get to the next stage, which these guys are professionals. Make them accountable. Right now they just get the money, and if they play well, fine. If they don't, they still expect the money. So I'm not a huge fan of the guardrails right now. Certainly a fan of players getting paid, what they're worth, but that's not quite where it's at right now.
Coach, let me ask you this. To that point, in your opinion, it almost sounds like, are you suggesting that there should be some sort of incentive-based like stipulations or contracts that goes in place to where, like, if a player does not live up to their contract, so to speak, or if a player decides they want to transfer in the middle of the year instead of playing the whole year, they don't get the money? I guess is that kind of what you're leaning towards, or no?
Well, something in that direction. Just make it a partnership, make it accountable from both directions. Right now, they expect the money, and if and several times, a little injury agents advise them to not play. They're still getting paid. So again, they're professionals. They make them show up, make them work. That's what they should be expected to do. If we want to teach them what's going to happen when they graduate a couple years from now or finish school, we need to try to help prepare them. There's going to be a huge disappointment for a lot of these kids year 2, 3 down the road after they get out of school, because what they're doing right now is not the way it works in the real world.
The real world, I tell my guys all the time, like, they're just going to smack you in the mouth. You better get ready for it. And I don't think we're setting them up for success. I think we're setting them up for failure. I gotta be honest. Coach, what's your favorite run at it? I know you took Florida deep into this tournament. I know you've taken Oklahoma. You had a run at UNLV. I know your son was at UNLV as well. We had a coach, Josh Pastor, on, who just replaced, I think, your son over there at UNLV. What's your favorite run to a legendary career of yours?
Yeah, so many fun teams. Obviously the 2 teams that went to the Final Four were special. They, their abilities and interests complemented each other very well. They were fun to be around every day. They had high expectations for themselves and depended on each other. And I think that's what coaches appreciate more than anything else, when you get a group that's motivated and genuine about playing for each other and making plays for each other. Those teams are fun to watch develop throughout the years. So the Florida team in '94, the OU team in '16, both a lot of fun to be around every day.
No
To
doubt.
that point, Coach, obviously you coached a lot of great players, but if there was one person, I'm putting you on the spot, there's one person that stood out the most, who would you say was the greatest player you've ever coached and why?
Yeah, that's a tough one there. That's a lot. Enjoyed so many of them, of course. But Mitch Richmond back at Kansas State, just a terrific player. Obviously, great NBA career. Buddy Hield, now with Golden State. Austin Reeves with the Lakers. No one's been more skilled than Trae Young. Now in Atlanta. You can go down the line a long ways, and had a lot of fun with a lot of guys. Joel Anthony, the guy that won a couple rings in Miami, was at UNLV with us, and just a terrific worker, and did everything he could to make the team better. And just so many great players, and a lot of fun to see those guys today that are still playing have good success.
Coach, you got go ahead, Smitty.
I'm sorry, real quick, one more, JB, real quick. So me and JB, we're both Lakers fans. We live out here in LA. Just real quick, did you ever expect Austin Reeves to be as good as he is right now? Because he's been balling.
He's been unbelievably great. Knew Austin was a gym rat. Had a passion for the game, loved it. I don't know that anyone could have projected to do what he's doing because it's at such a high level. Yeah. But great to see. If you want someone that just want to cheer for someone that just loves to play the game, Austin's a good guy. He loves it, and he's all about team. He's all about winning. He's a great teammate. I'm very happy for Austin.
No doubt. Coach, you recruited Mitch out of JUCO, I believe, Mitch Richmond. Where do you go, like Moberly or something?
Moberly, yeah. He was in Moberly with Coach Dana Altman.
That's right.
So we got Mitch. We got Coach Altman, who was fantastic. Certainly just a great player. Just loved to play. Again, just all about winning, all about his teammates. Good run with Mitch back in 86 through 88 at Kansas State.
Yeah, he played with a good friend of mine. I was a hoop guy, Coach, playing in high school. I played with the O'Bannon brothers, obviously, who won a title for Coach Herrig at UCLA in 95. But I played there with a guy named Tom Tolbert, who played in the NBA a long, long time, who was on those Run TMC teams with Mitch and Chris Mullen and Hardaway in Golden State. So he was a family, one of my brother's best friends. So it was good watching those old school cats. I got to ask you guys, Coach, you were the first, I believe, coach in NCAA history to lead 5 programs to the tournament. And now I think you've been joined since by Tubby Smith and Rick Pitino. I believe Steve Alford has joined you as well. That's a pretty big feat coming from a small town in Kansas, going to coaching at Pitt State. I mean, guys, I trust me, not too many people in the chat here probably know what those places are like. But is that a big feat for you? Was that a big accomplishment to get all those teams into this tournament?
Well, didn't think too much about it at the time, of course. To get in the tournament is hard to do. I mean, fans take that for granted when their schools go year after year. But no, it takes a special group of young guys and guys playing well. So certainly a nice group to join, no question about that when you list those names. But didn't think too much about it, and it probably won't think too much about it going forward. But certainly fun to bring back those memories.
Coach, when you're at K-State, for instance, just having the Kansas Jukes in that region, how heavy did you recruit them? And then any great JUCO story walking into a Fort Scott rodeo arena or somewhere? I'm going to try to get Brad Underwood on here because obviously he's another Kansas guy and Kansas Juke out of Illinois right now. But any stories of recruiting the Jukes in Kansas at that time?
Well, as you know, JUCO basketball in Kansas was among the best in the country. Maybe Kansas and Texas back in those days in the 80s and 90s. And so, everyone came to the state and recruited them hard. Certainly we did at Kansas State. It changed a little bit when the prep schools came into vogue. And all of a sudden kids were going 1 year of prep instead of JUCO. So that changed it a little bit. But seems to be a little bit of a bounce back. And maybe with this new window of JUCO's not – JUCO play not counting toward college 4 years. That might help revitalize even more the junior college basketball. But a lot of great players and certainly great JUCO basketball in Kansas.
Did you recruit like the likes of Ruben Patterson when he was at Independence and guys like that? I know, shoot, man, there's stories when I took the job there. I see this basketball, all these people on the wall, and I'm like, damn, I didn't realize all these guys went to Independence, a little less. The Kansas Jukes obviously having the football prowess that they have, but basketball as well. They've got a lot of guys that came out of Kansas JUCOs in the NBA, huh?
Oh, absolutely. There's a ton of great players. Coach Hartman, who I played for at Kansas State, won a national championship at Coffeyville in the early '60s. So the great history with Kansas junior college basketball.
No doubt.
No, I love it for sure. I want to ask you this, Coach. Just kind of more of a general question. You've seen the game evolve so much from when you started coaching to where it's at today. Just in general, I guess, how do you view where the game is today? Do you feel like it's in good hands? Obviously, we know the NIL and all that. We all kind of agree on that there needs to be more structure. But the actual product on the court, are you liking what you see, or do you feel like the game is kind of took a few steps back in recent years?
Oh, it's a great game. It's a great game. It's a different game. I think if you worry about what it was as a truly amateur activity, you'd be frustrated every day. Right. But it's a great game. It's the players are great. I think they just keep getting better. They keep getting bigger, faster. Just great games here in the Sweet 16. So you just can't watch without appreciating the talent and the skill that's on the floor. So it's different because players, it's not a relationship based roster anymore. It's about more NIL, and then the coaches have the challenge of still the challenge is the same, to put a team on the floor that gets good results. And it's a little bit different challenge today, given the portal and the movement of the players and coaches from one year to the next.
No doubt. Coach, I don't want to hold you too much longer. I just got to ask you this one question, man, before we get you out of here. Go hit the links. Is it true, though, that you got an invite to play quarterback for the Cowboys?
Ooh. Well, it gets a bigger story every year,
Bigger fish. Who got away? The fish that got away, huh?
No, it's not true. The Cowboys back in the early '70s, they had Bob Hayes, the track guy, and they had different guys, from other sports playing. So they traveled around the country and visited different campuses and worked guys out. And we did do that. But the invitation to play quarterback never came, so they weren't that impressed, I guess.
Now, did you play it though in high school?
I loved it. Yeah, I loved. I went to Silver Lake High School, which is our graduating class was 35, so all the guys played everything. Whatever the season was. So football, basketball, baseball. Enjoyed those memories for sure.
No doubt. Smitty, we got to ask him as he walks out of here, man, and hits the links. Coach, who's your favorite? Am I going to hear the Duke Blue Devils again from another legendary coach? Because everybody's come on here and said Duke's by far the best team. I got Houston winning it just for the defensive prowess and the way they play it, lock it down. Where are you at with this tournament, and who comes out of here holding the trophy?
Yeah, great teams remain. Great teams. I thought Duke and Florida all along were best positioned to win it with their depth and their roster. Houston's great. Auburn's great. I mean, you can go down the list a long way. What Tom's done at Michigan State. I mean, you can go down the list a long way, and they all could make an argument. It's going to be fun to watch play out.
No doubt, Coach. No doubt. Coach, man, we can't thank you enough. I know we stole you from hitting the link, so go out there, man, and swing away. And I appreciate you joining us. We'll have to have you again sometime. Good luck to you and your son. I know he's still out there coaching. Yes, and I appreciate you joining us, Coach.
Thank you. Always our pleasure. Give Tammy our best. She was great.
I will. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, brother. Take care.
The legend, y'all clap it up, man. Coach Krueger came in dropping real knowledge. That's a champion right there. That's a legend. That's somebody who had an extreme high levels of success doing this coaching thing, man. So that was great, JB.
No doubt. Kick the show off right, man. So we had I forgot he coached Mitch Richmond, man.
No, I didn't realize he coached some of these current guys, the Austin Reeves, the Trey Youngs. I was like, hey, okay, he really he just retired. Like
yeah. He was just coaching not too long ago. And then I think he was in the league for. I mean, I know he got drafted by the Hawks as a player. Yeah.
And
then And then I think he coached. I think he might have been. I don't know. Was he the head coach when Trae Young just got drafted, or did he just coach him in Oklahoma? I don't know.
Probably Oklahoma. Probably.
But I know he coached Buddy Hield and them guys who are currently pretty young still, actually.
Yeah, Buddy Hield was a beast in college too. He was a dog. I didn't realize that connection. So now that's dope.
Yeah, definitely. Poll question, Smitty. Let's dive right into it. I got to ask you. Did Coach Cal choke last night? Before we get into some Free Game Friday stuff that I have for you.
This is bad, man. I gotta say, yes, he did. You're the head honcho. You're the guy supposed to turn the program around, which you did. Shout out to you. I mean, you immediately turned the program around instantly. You're here in the Sweet 16, but you're up. What was it, 15 or 16, whatever, here in the second half, and
multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times, and you end up losing the game in overtime. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is just like a complete collapse of a team, and when this happens, you have to blame the leader, because I understand teams getting a little cold offensively. That's fine. That happens. But on the defensive side, these guys had 45 points in the second half with 9 minutes left. Ended the game with 85. That's good. So they basically went on with a 40 to 22 point run at that point. And from that 9-minute mark to the end of the game. I don't know, man. I obviously he doesn't get the full blame. Players have to play at the end of the day, and I understand that as a player. But you being the leader of this team, it feels like that they got a little relaxed. They got comfortable. They thought the game was already over. And as a coach, you have to envision that, see that, and make sure you get that feeling out of them immediately. As soon as Texas Tech started to come back, he should have immediately stepped up and said something. Maybe he did, but I'm just speaking on the results of the game. This should have not happened. I don't know. I thought Arkansas had a real chance of continuing this run, so this is disappointing.
Yeah, listen, as a coach watching it, and listen, I coach little small level basketball. I played it, obviously, so I'm not no basketball coach per se. I'm not ever gonna say that. But just as a coach in general, watching this and seeing the players sit out there and basically be handcuffed or not being thrown a lifeline is what blew my mind. That's all I'm saying. And I'll explain it real quick and real easy to all the guys in here who are blaming the players, defending Coach Cal, which I love to see, but you're the same guys who will anoint the players for getting the bag. Right? So you're blaming the players in the loss last night, but you're cool with them being entitled and getting the bag of money, though. I'm confused here. And then you rag on the coach for leaving, but now you're with him when he chokes. I'm fucking lost, homie. Is this like some hypocritical ass shit going on in the chat? TJ Too Nasty? D Jones? What's going on here? Defender of all things? Now all of a sudden, what? I'm confused, homie. So let me dive into something real quick. God, I love to drop mics on some of you motherfuckers. But here's the thing. Let me get into this real quick. First of all, you got a timeout in your pocket you can't take home. You learn exactly how to deal with that when you're a coach at any level for any sport. Don't take a timeout home. You can't keep it. You can't save it. It doesn't carry over to next season. It doesn't carry over to the next game. It doesn't even carry over to the next half if it was in the first half. So the ball's inbounded and there's no timeout called to set up a play at the end of the game is a glaring foul mishap by coaching. Let me start there. Secondly, though, and actually in chronological order, it happened first. I've been watching the tournament now through the first few games in the first week or so, in a week and a half. And I saw BYU do it. I saw Arizona do it. When you're up 3, it's been a known thing that you foul. That you foul up 3 when there's limited time on the clock. And last night, Smitty, there's 12 seconds left. You're up 3 and you don't foul a soul. Take a look. That's what you allow.
Oh, man.
10 seconds left. You allow that. All you had to do is foul the dude.
Send him to the line. He makes two. Now you're playing the foul game. You're right.
I do not understand, but TJ Too Nasty and all these guys are going to blame the players. So are the players supposed to know to foul? Are the players supposed to call a timeout? I guess they are, since they're getting the big bag, right? TJ Too Nasty? The hypocrisy is unbelievable, man. You guys are just fair weather fans. That's all you guys are. The bottom line is you don't know anything about coaching or playing at a high level. So just keep commenting on it and bagging my fucking groceries at Walmart. TJ Too Nasty. Just shut the fuck up.
To answer your question, TJ, listen, and I said it. He doesn't get all the blame. Like, no, of course, the players got to make plays, but majority of the blame has to go on the coach in that situation. You're Calipari, homie. Like, you're a legend.
Let me flip it for you real quick and ask you, being devil's advocate. Let me ask you, do you think that the bad coaching over the last, I've seen a lot of this, not just by Coach Cal, but by a lot of other coaches. Are they letting the players like hang themselves?
Oh, do a better analogy than that.
There's white players out there.
I know you. No, I ain't nothing to do with that. I'm just saying.
Are they letting players?
Go ahead and say it.
Are they letting players fuck themselves?
There you go. Okay. Pause, but that's better.
Here's why I say that. You got the money. You want the money. You say you're worth the money. You say you're the best guy. You're supposed to be the fucking stopper. You're supposed to score the basket. You're supposed to fucking you're the highest paid motherfucker. We're paying you a lot of money. Calipari, do this.
Nah, I'm not doing that. Because at the end of the day, we gonna blame them. At the end of the day, we gonna blame the coaches.
I'm just saying. The reason I'm saying that is look at what's happening here. We've had 3 coaches in the tournament, Smitty, take other jobs during the tournament this year. I've never seen no shit like this. Is it like, oh, fuck you motherfuckers. Go ahead. Like, I'm just saying, homie. I'm not saying it's true.
Nah,
I'm just throwing that out there.
Calipari just took the job, long-term contract. I'm not
saying in that response, but there's a lot of that. So the ball's inbounded after the 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the 3. Let's go to overtime. So first of all, this game should have never even been close to overtime. You go to overtime, and they scored a basket, and you inbound it with a timeout in your pocket. You refuse to take it, and you get a horrible shot. You get a horrific shot to end the game. Shot. It was a horrible
possession. Like it just looked bad.
Like, timeout. I mean, the players clearly were lost. They clearly were panicking.
He was over dribbling.
Yeah, over dribbling.
He
dribbled straight to the right over there by the bench, by the way. Gave you an opportunity to call timeout right in front of you.
Right.
And just let him kill himself. That's what you did, homie. It's crazy to me. I don't get it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. TikTok.
How do I sound, JB? Is my sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know why. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's make sure.
Yeah. Why?
No, I thought when the show started, my like mic, it wasn't like fully plugged in. So I plugged it in, but I thought I might need to reset for the mic to take over the audio. But y'all said I sound good, so we good. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, like you sound decent.
Okay. I'll work on making it better.
Below average, but
I'll work on making it a little better.
It's Free Game Friday, Smitty. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Young.
He's bad. Hey, Shohei Ohtani's a bad boy.
Yeah. Dodgers get the win 5-4 against a scrappy, good, well-coached AJ Hinch Detroit Tiger team who probably could be one of the best coaches in Major League Baseball. He's turned this Tiger team around. They're a real contender, I think, as well. The Dodgers get the win at home to go 3-0. First time Dodgers started off 3-0 since 2016, and this is the team that just won it all.
Yeah. And my boy Ice Cube drove out.
Blew 6-4.
You know what I mean? Brought out the trophy. I know you saw that, JB. Come on, man. There's good energy all around.
Yeah, today they break out the rings. Today's ring ceremony in Dodger Stadium.
I might tear up, homie, seeing that. You know, I'm a huge Dodger fan for years. You know, baseball is my second sport behind hockey, so I'm just so excited. Like, I've been waiting. It's always tough when NFL season stops because it's that weird kind of period where we're just waiting for the real MLB season to get going. Obviously, you got spring training and whatever, but like the real MLB season. So the fact that we're here, we're back, and my Doyers, man, is back rolling, and they're looking good, and Shohei's about to start pitching here probably in soonish. I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited to see my guy Mookie Betts out there, Freddie Freeman, the MVP. I'm just excited, man. I can't wait to see these rings too.
Yeah. It was American pastime yesterday, right? America's pastime, baseball opening day. I had to cook some hot dogs and burgers, Smitty. I did some flat grill. I did some burgers on the flat grill, and then I cooked some links and some dogs on the on the grill.
Okay.
So I did that. Just like a ballpark meal. I didn't do nothing extra. I just did some dogs, some burgers, some links, and like some Doritos.
Ooh, some hot sauce on them. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out for the run.
BPS.
Buy me some peanuts and Snicker bars. I love it, man. We back. We back. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm hyped.
Yeah, Snicker bars. I never hot sauce on what?
Doritos. On Doritos.
Why though? It's already wasting them.
It's phenomenal. Are you Are you being serious right now?
It's all going down. Free game Friday tomorrow on the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty. We got some smash burgers over here. God damn, garlic, onion, teriyaki, seasoned to perfection, and some cheese. We're gonna do a red onion top with some blue cheese. It'll be a blue cheeseburger. We call it a blue burger. Then over here, some links and dogs. Wouldn't be American. It wouldn't be American on opening day without some links and dogs. Stay tuned. Coach Chef JB. Peace. Cheese is on. Dogs are done. Links are done. Finishing these final products. God damn. Garlic smash, onion, garlic smash burger. Blue burger with some blue cheese and red onion on the top. It'll make you smack the fucking shit out of your mama. Coach Chef JB.
Ooh, look at the plate. Look at the plate, though.
What's that link?
Ooh. It's fire, don't they?
You know, that's that Louisiana hot link.
Here's my famous red onion blue burger smash burger. Cheese.
Your plate all meat, homie.
Onion, pickle, tomato, lettuce, blue onion.
Look good, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, that's mine.
I mean, my mouth watering falls.
Ooh, popped off.
Ooh, that Kinders.
You put me on Kinders, homie. I got some Kinders in there. My wife used it the other day. She said, this barbecue sauce is good. I said, I put you on. I didn't tell her I got it from you. So appreciate you for giving me no points. You know what I mean? Appreciate you.
Of course not. You never give white guy credit.
No, it ain't even that. Just, it made me look good in my house.
Hey, you know what? I got a video. You know what? I didn't post this video, Bailey. I'm going to send you this because I'm very perturbed at what's going on in our I was in a store yesterday, Smitty. It's just a little 20-second video. Bailey, I just texted it to you. A little 20-second video. Smitty, I thought eggs were bad. And I thought, but the eggs had come down a lot. I said eggs were like $5. I was like, oh shit, because last time I went, they were like $12. So it's come down a lot. But damn, homie, I can't imagine. Like, I don't even know where to begin. We'll wait for the video. But while we're waiting for this video, it's Free Game Friday.
Yeah.
And I like to play a game on Fridays, especially on Free Game Fridays. We call it always, sometimes, or never.
Uh-oh.
What?
Because let's go. I know we're about to go with this.
Take a look at this video, though, because eggs fucking have dropped, but something has not dropped. And take a look.
The slap in the fucking face. Shopping, when they say low price.
You're a Karen, homie.
When did fucking deodorant low price become $7.99?
No facts.
And this shit better fucking smack my mama and make my dick hard. Fuck me.
Hey, homie, I'm with you on that. Deodorant prices have been insane, and it's been like at least it's probably been multiple years, but at least in my memory, at least the past year and a half or so, deodorant price is crazy. Now I get it. Deodorant lasts a while, so I get why you want to add a few dollars to the but $8, $13 for deodorant. It used to be like $1.50, $2 and some change back in the days.
Hold on, no. So they this is how they fuck you over, though. See, it doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter who the fuck. This is politicians and priests. Oh, we lowered the eggs. Gas is coming down. Then they'll bump up deodorant. You won't realize it because it's deodorant. It's deodorant. $14 for deodorant, homie.
That's insane, homie.
Man, get the fuck out of here. And by the way, what is ice made out of?
Water.
Why is it $6 a fucking bag? I'm still trying to figure why ice, which is made of water, is water free?
Allegedly.
I mean, water used to be free.
I got a water bill, but yeah.
Water's become some of the most expensive shit on this fucking earth, and it's
They
all
got
like
alkaline water, spring water. They got Designy, all different brands. It's the same water in different bottles, homie, and they charge at different prices. Americans say it's some hustlers, boy.
man. I'm gonna tell you, but anyway, it's time for always, sometimes, never, man. Brought to you by, and we got a lot going on. Smitty, let's start this thing off, man, because I know you go on vacation a lot.
Not a lie, I really don't.
So here we go. Let's start with the ball game off right. Since we are entering day 2 of Major League Baseball 2025 season, and the returning champs, Doyers, will return and repeat. Always, sometimes, never, Smitty. I go on vacation.
Sometimes.
With my side bids.
Never. Never. Don't have one of those.
Huh?
Never. I don't even have one of those.
Always, sometimes, never. I like snow.
Sometimes.
Bunnies.
Never.
You hesitant. Let me redo. It's low. It was heavy. I like snow.
Sometimes.
Snow bunnies.
Never.
I don't believe it.
You don't like that?
I don't believe you.
I'm a married man. So I don't
hear
like
you.
anything else
I hear
in my
you.
household.
A lot of pictures you send me are like white girls.
What picture?
A lot of shit I get on the side. Always, sometimes, never. I work out.
Always.
To look at bitches in yoga pants.
Sometimes.
Huh?
What?
I don't think the audience heard you. I work out.
Always.
To look at bitches in yoga pants.
Sometimes.
What?
Huh?
So always, sometimes, never. I'm a team player.
Always.
So I take one for the team?
Sometimes, depending what you're talking about.
They're married again now. I'm loud.
Always.
When eating cat.
Always.
What is it?
Hold the legs up.
Oh. I thought it was something else. I like red.
Always my favorite color. Red, yeah.
Meat.
Pause.
I try to get. I honestly, so I first worded it. First of all, me and AE were doing these.
What?
First of all, I was like, I like meat. I couldn't do it because you would have been like, never.
Off the bat, yeah.
So I flipped it, homie. I'm an innovator. I flipped it. So at the bottom line, you like red meat.
It's a good game, homie. I like to. We should do this more.
You don't like meat?
What type of meat?
I see you eat meat all the time, homie.
Like food meat.
What? I'm saying.
I'm not making sure. Like the same meat you was eating just like earlier, the video. I need clarity on the meat.
Red, homie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lon Krueger joining the show in the first hour. We got Shaun King, Super Bowl champ. And we got
don't forget about the Uso.
We got
Lofa Tatupu.
We got legend
Uso. Multiple time Pro Bowler, all pro, 100+ tackle multiple years, Seahawk legend. I didn't realize his career wasn't that long, but it was super impactful. Went to USC Trojan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Dog.
Yeah.
Bailey wasn't even born when he was like playing, but he should know me because he's a Seahawks fan, but Bailey wasn't even thought of when he was playing.
Bailey, I sent you a DM on Twitter. Can you check it out and put it in real quick? Because I have to ask Steve Kim something. Hey, by the way, shout out, hopefully, T's and P's. There was a horrific 7.8 earthquake a little while ago in Thailand. The Bok Mi. And there's like a video, man. I don't know if you've seen it. Let me see it. I'll send it to Bailey. There's a video, man, of the rooftop. The garden and the pool fell off the rooftop, and it's stuck between two buildings.
What?
Yeah, homie. I'm going to send it to Bailey. Yeah, crazy. 7.8 earthquake in Thailand right now. It's going crazy right now. It's a lot going on right now.
Good, man.
There was a big earthquake in Austria the other day, too, like a 7.8 off the coast. A lot of earthquakes, homie. A lot of earthquakes. And prayers for the Rio Grande Valley. What's going on there, Lucy?
What's the weather update for the weekend, Joe Court, here in LA? Should we be expecting any earthquakes?
Horrible. No boat, no yacht.
That's all you care about. Like, is the weather good enough for me to get on my yacht? Yes or no? If not, then you're pissed. It's really that simple.
I really am. That's why I was thinking about driving up to Vegas or maybe Arizona. I don't know. I was thinking of doing something because I was like, shitty weather, man.
So did you tell Steve you wasn't going? Like, so he's not in limbo?
Those Bok Mi earthquakes, man, especially over there, that happen a lot over there. A lot of Bok Mi earthquakes. Bok Mi, look at that, homie. That's the garden. That's the garden from one building has fallen off the rooftop and hit this and stuck there. Now, they got to hire the Mexicans. Cisco and them got to go all the way to Thailand to fix this problem. It's always Mexicans that get hired, though. Have you figured that out? No matter what tragedy, travesty, even in Bok Mi, Mexicans got to go fucking fix it. And come on, man.
Stop saying Bok Mi. I got a lot of homies and homegirls who are of the Asian descent, through my wife's career. She's a nurse, so she has a lot of homegirls and stuff who are, some are actually from there. So I'm actually going to talk to when my wife get up and ask her, check on her people's people. See if they good, you know what I'm saying? So don't do that. Lucy says, Cisco and Ruben heading to Thailand. Dang, even Lucy, Lucy had that, in her bag. Lucy real nice, real sweet, real,
Lucy Mexican. What I mean? Lucy Mexican.
Oh. She's not full Mexican, though.
I don't know.
She 50 white, 50 Mexican.
She what?
50% white, 50% Mexican.
Yeah, shout out to Thailand and everybody out there, man, getting it done. Crazy, man, crazy. I
got a homegirl going out to Tokyo today, man.
Yeah, it's clean state, clean place.
That's what I heard. You been there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
really?
dive into what's happening now, Smitty, before a commercial break real quick, because we got so much to discuss today. Loaded lineups, NFL legends join us after this. Tatupu and Shaun King. So let's dive right into it, man. What's happening now? You're the pitcher on the right. Obviously, we know who you are. Let's dive into it, man, because this is the reason why I am so anti-female in men's spaces. Let's take a look at this. Female police officer was suspended after she sat in her car while a violent mob attacked a driver in the middle of the road. The incident happened last week in Miami, Florida. According to NBC6, the man stopped his car in the middle of the road in front of the police car. He then got out of the car to talk to the officer. On his way back to the car, he was jumped by thugs who beat him with a bike and demolished his car. The female officer stayed in her car while the man was brutally beaten. It wasn't until other officers arrived that the female cop got out of her car and walked over. Members of the Miami Police Department understand and take great pride in upholding their responsibility to protect and serve the community. We must act for a betterment of our community, said Police Chief Manuel Morales. I don't know if there's a video or not. I believe it was in Miami Gardens area. I'm not sure. I know that little area, recruiting it, obviously. That's crazy. And they just suspended her. God forbid it happens again and someone gets killed. That's crazy. That's crazy, homie, to me right here.
This is a bad officer, you know.
Yeah,
I've seen bad officers in a lot of different examples. You know what I'm saying? So
you think females should be cops?
It's like the first time. Unfortunately, it won't be the last.
So you think a man cop sits there?
Yeah, I'm sure if we looked it up, I'm sure we find examples. So yes, I do.
So you really just
it's the same thing, you know. Other day you had it was a NBA ref, might have been a month ago. A female ref didn't call a tech or something, and he's like, "Oh, why'd you call it for wiping the sweat on?" It was Luka wiped the sweat on the ball. She called the tech. Oh, look, a male ref would never do that. It's just false. Like we can always find an example of whatever we need to find to fit our narrative to push and say, "Hey, see, that's the reason why we don't do X, Y, and Z." Like it's easy to do that, but this, for me at least, in my opinion, doesn't prove that women shouldn't be officers. This right here is an example of bad practice
in the
by
office.
An officer who happened to be a woman in this situation.
Maybe in the office. Maybe you want to change your narrative and say, "Hey, the females I think should be cops, but maybe in the office."
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying you want to retract and do it again.
No, I know, because I can easily go like so. For example, if I knew we were gonna do this, I could go find like another example of a female cop going on here and spraying motherfuckers the right way and doing it. And so like there's examples on either side. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't seen it. I've seen a lot of females.
Okay, well, I'll start finding it. You know what? That's what I'm gonna ding ding ding. I'm gonna come up with like a woman empowerment segment. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it like once a week. And I'm gonna go find stuff. Yes, we are, Bailey. Yes, we are. About to be doing it. We're gonna do it. And I'm gonna highlight women.
Let me ask
you want to do stuff like this. I'm gonna balance the show out. That's what we're gonna do.
Let me ask something. If the woman, so here's a defense I'm gonna hear from not only you, of course, I knew you were gonna defend all things, but I'm talking about like regular folks out here.
Yeah.
Let's say that was our daughter or our wife.
Yeah.
We would be sitting here saying, glad she stayed in the car.
Of course, because it's emotions involved. It's
Right.
a family member.
Right.
I tell my brother Julian, who's a firefighter, I said, "Hey, bro, at the end of the day, make it home." That's what I tell him. Now, at the end of the day, when he's in a fire, I know who type of person he is. He gonna go out there and try to save lives. That's what he signed up for it, and that's the type of heart he has. But me, as his brother, I'm selfish. Hey, brother, make it home. I don't want to see you in the news, and I don't want to be I'm the person. If God forbid something happens to him, he put me down as the person that has to go tell his mother that your son's not alive anymore. So I was like, make it home. So my point is, yes, I don't want you getting hurt, JB. So yeah, if you care about somebody, you're gonna be biased. That don't matter, of course. Go ahead.
So maybe not. Don't be a fucking cop then. What are we talking about here?
Like that,
no, it's not.
That ain't make sense.
No, it actually makes full sense. I don't want my fucking daughter or wife to get out of that cop car because some fucking idiots are stomping out a dude who could have been you, by the way, or your brother or your daddy or your uncle. All right, but no, we don't want to discuss that, though.
Horrible cop. We agree.
What if that was you getting stomped out? What if that was you getting stomped out?
I would want some help. I'm telling you, I'm not defending her. I'm not defending the cop. I'm saying that
You want help?
Women should be cops.
Yeah, let me finish my point. You want help?
Yeah.
But you don't want the fucking daughter or son or wife to get out of the cop car as a cop. So make it make sense for me. I just brought it full circle for you, dog. I just said if it was our wife or our daughter as a cop in the car, we would be saying, glad you came home and you didn't get out of that car. If it was us getting stomped out, you would have wanted the cop to get out of the car and help.
Of course.
Make it make sense, homie. How in the world do you still defend the woman being a cop? She shouldn't be there, homie. That's the bottom line. Like,
you're missing my point.
We don't want our daughter or wife to be in that position. That's the first logical fucking explanation.
I don't want none of my loved ones be in the position to where they get hurt. You're missing that point. I didn't say women specifically.
Then you shouldn't defend a woman being a cop in the line of duty where she fails the public, because her job is to protect the public. She just failed the public, and you're sitting here defending this broad.
No, I
homie, she shouldn't be fucking doing it.
She should.
She shouldn't be. She should be
every woman who's a cop. Are you kidding me?
She should be fucking fired, not suspended. So
I think she is suspended. Yeah, do whatever the punishment they want to do. That's up to them. I'm not defending her at all.
So next time motherfucker gets killed, she just what? Then she gets fired?
Homie, fire her. I'm going to argue about that part.
But she's not fired, homie. She's
okay,
suspended.
Well, they ain't got nothing to do with me, Jason. To talk,
she's
with
defended.
Police.
But you're defending it, homie. Come on,
Oh,
dog. She shouldn't be a cop, homie. It's real basic. It's real simple.
Maybe her individually shouldn't be a cop. That doesn't
be real,
every
man.
woman,
Like,
Jason. How do you understand that? Seriously, how do you understand
first of all, I'm not marrying a female cop. That's in the beat. That's on the beat. First of all, I don't want that cop.
That's you.
I don't want that wife. I'm just saying me.
I got a homie who got a wife who's a cop out in LA down the street.
But I would marry a cop if she's in the office, administrative or something like that.
Cool.
It doesn't make sense. I don't want a female MMA fighter. All my shit, if you've noticed, Smitty, all my shit's consistent though.
Yes, it is.
I'm actually, you can say I'm the hater of females, but actually I'm the only one on this fucking show defending females. But y'all twist it. That's what's funny. I don't want a female getting her ass stomped in a fucking ring. I don't want a female getting killed or beat up in the field, in the hood, by a bunch of fucking idiots who's stomping out a dude who could be you or me. Mm-hmm. And I don't get no protection and help from the cop whose the car is sitting there and she's eating a fucking donut because she knows she'll get fucked up. Guess what? If she's supposed to be a cop and wants to be a cop, she should have got out and busted a cap in every one of their asses. Legally, she could have done so. And she didn't. She has a gun, right?
I agree. She should have got the car and did something. I don't know if shooting everybody was the answer, but whatever you're trained to do in that situation is what she should have done.
It's your only option.
All I'm saying, if you just listen for 3 seconds, Jason, all I'm saying is this one cop does not represent every female cop across America. That's what you do. You take one example that fits your narrative and say, see, that's the proof. No woman should be a cop. When I can go find you thousands of examples, millions of examples of female cops in the line of duty taking action the right way. I'm saying punish her, fire her. Don't downgrade, denigrate, whatever, disrespect all the women across America. You're saying that you want to protect women, and that's why that's where your head is going. But on the flip side, you want to actually control women. That's the problem. At the end of the day,
don't twist it, homie.
To have a feeling of what woman you want to have in your household. That's cool. We all have a type or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's not on us to decide if they can be a cop or a firefighter or anything physical
that's where
that you don't like. You
that's
can't
your
control women, homie. That's the problem.
Again, there's your micro. There's your micro. It's not about no fucking control, homie. It has nothing to do with it. I don't see why you don't see the big fucking picture until it happens to you or one of your loved ones. Then you're gonna be sitting there like, damn, homie. Like I'm confused on why you don't understand that. I never said they can't be. I said that they fucking shouldn't be. I don't understand why you don't understand that. Like, it's really not hard. It's really, really not hard. They should not be in this particular field of protection and serving communities when they don't have the instinctual intellect to get out of a car with a gun in a hostile environment and pull the trigger. Pull the trigger, homie. Like, the bottom line is it's not in their DNA. It's really simple science and logic for the female.
You're just saying that. No, it's not. Show me the science, homie. Show me the science that a young boy is born ready to shoot. I know a lot of bitch-made men. I'm sorry, I gotta show you science. Soft boys, soft men who not doing no gun, homies. Stop it.
Is that why you voted Kamala, homie? You wanted boys to play girls in sports?
See, here you go. It's what you do when you're losing an argument. You bring in some other stuff.
I'm not losing at all. I'm not losing at all.
Gain the fan base who loves you, and they're gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Smitty's
hold on, homie. You just said it.
We're not talking politics. We talking.
Smitty, it is politics. This is politics.
She lost. Trump won. We're good. Move on.
This is politics.
You love Trump. He don't love you, but you love him. That's fine. Move on.
Hold on.
Move on.
Smitty,
we're talking about this right here.
Smitty,
locked in.
Hold on, Smitty. What is this then? If it's not politics, what is it?
We're talking about the video, homie. That's what we're talking about. That's the problem.
That's politics, homie. That was a hiring issue. It's politics. What do you mean? Like, I'm confused, homie. You're telling me now that there's no science that a female and a male are not created equal when it comes to hunter and hunted? Are you a hunter or a hunter and get it hunted? What do? You go get pussy or the pussy get you? Just like the boys. You agree with me. You agree with me 100% that those little boys that got ran through, that's not even a possibility getting ran through by the female. You agree with me on that, but you don't agree with me on this. That's what I don't understand. Like,
what I don't agree with is saying a woman shouldn't be a cop. So
we are hunters.
There's thousands of examples of okay, so no, serious note. Then you want to ask questions. Let me ask you a question. So if I go find 1,000 videos and we have them on the show every single week now, showing you a woman cop doing the damn thing, what you gonna say?
What am I gonna say?
What are you gonna say?
Nothing. Show me.
Okay, cool. I'll just find it.
Show me. Here's the thing.
No more. I'll just go find them. And I will find them.
I already know what I'm saying, though.
You're biased. I will find them. I will put them in the show. Yeah. And y'all will show what I tell y'all to show. I don't want no editing because I don't trust either one of y'all because y'all both the same way.
I bet you money. I bet you money can't. Now remember though. Let's be clear. Let's be clear what we do here. I don't remember nothing. Let's be clear.
I want to be clear.
It has to be a female by herself.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Whatever you want.
Right? Well, it's easy to be with. It's easy to be with 10 guys, Smitty. I mean, goddamn, homie. How micro are we gonna be today? It's easy to be with 10 guys. It's easy to be the female in the back with 10 guys in front, homie. That's easy video. I want the one video of her by herself, homie.
Can I do a full female group? Is that cool?
A what?
What if it's 2 female officers together? Can I do that? Does that work? If there's no men there?
I didn't hear you.
If it's 2 female officers, no men, is that fair? Can I do that?
Yep.
Cool. All right, cool.
Here's the issue.
We ain't to argue. We can move on to commercial break.
Let me ask you though, why weren't 7 or 8 girls stomping that guy out? Why was it 8 or 9 boys stomping a dude out? That's just kind of clears up the fact that females don't belong in this space, don't it? Am I tripping? I don't understand. Like, why didn't the guy get out then? Or I mean the girl, sorry. Why didn't the girl get out of the police car? And if a gun violence or her pulling out her pistol, her police issued pistol wasn't what because you mentioned, you said, oh, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. Well, if she don't do that, Smitty, she's getting her ass beat by 8 guys. I think we agree to that. So that's her only option is to pull out the pistol, homie. So like, I'm trying to figure out where you keep maneuvering this, that she belongs in this space. Blows my fucking mind until something happens to one of us. And then we're sitting there like, damn, she just wasn't ready. She couldn't be a cop in the field. She should have been at the office. I have no problem with you at the office. And now that we say females should be in the office because we want them protected, is now it's misogynistic and it's fucking sexist. No, I want my girl to come home tonight, homie. Not get fucking shot by 8 fucking hood cats by beating a dude's ass in their environment. Like,
do you not want your son to come home? Do you not want your brother to come home? Do you not want your father? You're missing the bigger point. I'm saying if you're going to use that as the example, I want all. Don't cover your face up. I want all my loved ones to come
you
home.
don't get
It's
it.
not a female versus
It's
a male
right.
thing. I want my
It's
brother
right.
to come home. That's why
It's
I use
right.
the beautiful
Hopefully in
example of
10
my
years,
brother's a
I'm gonna pray.
firefighter to give you an example.
I'm
I want everybody. I want you to come home.
pray
I
for this.
hope you make it home tonight, Jason. It's not just because you're a woman. I want you to come home. That's all I'm saying. So we're all going to be biased when it's someone personal to you. That's all I'm saying. You have a brother in the military, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure you want him to come home safely. So that's different. But yeah,
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
If it's your job, then yeah.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. It's unbelievable. This motherfucker said a brother in the Air Force. No shit. I don't have a sister in there, do I? It blows my mind, homie.
I don't even understand.
You heard what I said, homie. It's not real hard.
I do a commercial break. My coach is losing his
Brother
mind.
in armed forces. A brother's a boy, homie. Did you mention that I had a sister in the armed forces? No, I don't, because she don't fucking exist. That's why. Because you know why? Because men are put on this earth to protect, homie. Not
there's
fucking
no women in the
female.
military. I'm
So
serious.
now, let me ask something.
No,
So
I'm
men-
serious. Are there no women in the military? I don't know. I'm just asking.
on the front line?
Are there women in the military? I'm asking you a question.
Yes,
Are
of
there
course.
women? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just asking a question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What does that have to do with anything that I'm talking about,
I
though?
don't know nothing. I don't know.
I know you don't. Well, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I gotta be clear.
Knower of all things.
Men are sitting here as a protector. That's what we were put on this earth to do. So I'm be clear from your standpoint. So men and women are exactly the same. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that, Jason. That's not what
That's
I'm
what you
saying.
said.
I never
That's what
said
you're saying,
that.
homie.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I'm not going to tell a woman they can't
Yes,
be a cop.
you did.
Because
You
this
did.
video, I didn't
You
say
did.
that. Even the words in my mouth.
You did.
Get your
You
finger on
did.
my face every time you talk to me.
You did. You said females and males are exactly the same because I want my brothers and dads and sister and uncles to come home just like I want my sister and mama and to come home. So that's what you said, homie. You said in this space, that's what we want.
Please.
Men are protectors, homie. Females are the protected. The female, when she starts to be our protector in the street, we're fucked. As you just witnessed. I'm just saying. It's really not that hard of a difficult situation.
It's really not hard.
To grasp. I don't get it.
You love arguing, and because you understand exactly what I'm saying. You're very smart, very intelligent. I'm not going to disrespect your intelligence. You just like to argue, and you're a content creator. So you know how to generate controversial discussions for our fan base and our audience. So shout out to you being the lead host here doing that. But if we talk behind closed doors, we would still disagree, but you would understand what I'm saying. Right now, you act like you don't understand what I'm saying. It's pissing me off. So I'm going to go commercial break. When we come back, we got Shaun King, we got Lofa Tatupu, we got some big time topics, some more arguing. I'm going to move my car, get some water, and I'm ready to go.
Hey, Bailey. I sent you a DM real quick. Can you show it? Show this real quick. I need to see this real fast. On Twitter, I sent you a DM. I want to make sure we're clear. Because I seen this and I'm like, damn. Is this what we're talking about today? I'm trying to figure out. I want to make sure we're clear here. While Smitty moves his car. Oh, Smitty's in here. Smitty moved his car. Take a look at this. There's a female cop. Female cop, homie. We got sound?
Complied. As Officer Mindy Cardwell removed the gun, it went off.
You okay? Put the gun down.
The officers then rushed to render.
Yeah, she belongs.
See you on a minute.
Los Angeles Sparks WNBA team, Smitty, says we're looking for a few good men. They want male practice players for the 2025 season. Do you have what it takes, Smitty?
Well, listen, To answer your question, I do have what it takes, but I will not be participating because I don't have the time to do so. But they do have tryouts. They are having tryouts for all the LA folks. Saturday, April 12th, here in a couple weeks, really a month away, from 10 to 12 p.m. at El Camino College. Shout out to El Camino. You know, my brother Drew Jack played at El Camino. And listen, this is something where if you follow WNBA, if you ever talk to any WNBA players, this is something that they do all the time, every year. They always I think most teams, even college teams, some of the good collegiate teams, they'll have some males come in, you know, got some student athletes who maybe played basketball in high school but wasn't good enough to play at the next level. That they'll have them come in to help them, you know, play more like at a physical level, to just, you know, kind of be like the scout team, so to speak, to have those others that where you're getting those real reps. And it's a situation where, hey, if you're able to go against, you know, men and be able to succeed against them, then when you work in the games, you would hope it make it a little easier when you're going against, you know, other women. You know, like the goal of any practice is to make your practice extremely hard so the games are easier. I know all my successful teams, our practices were hard as hell. High school at Warren Central, first couple of years at Ball State, and then when game day got there, it was like, shoot, we didn't do everything, we didn't prepare it. So this is what they're doing. They want to make sure they're competing at the highest level. They want to create a physical environment, physical team, and this is what they do. Like, this is a regular thing, Jason. I know this is rare to you because you're finally putting your eye to the sport. This is a normal thing. Every lady in the chat who watches the sport, every man in the chat who watches the sport, y'all know I'm right. So I love it. I love it.
Smitty. T's and P's, man. I want to show up. I think we should film it. I think that's the get us over the hump viral clip.
That's the moment.
I want to show up. I want to show up because it's a mockery.
April 12th, homie, show up 10 to 12. Don't go on the boat. Go to El Camino. Bring your basketball shorts from the 80s and go out, put your goggles on and go out there and do your thing. And you're going to get worked. You're going to get worked. That's the funny thing. Because you ain't did no workout in years. So you out of shape. 2 times up and down the court. It's a wrap. I love it. Listen, why are you upset? Wasn't you and Shaun King the same people who were upset when we what was it? It was a girls flag football we showed. It was a clip. And they had women like also doing the sideline reporting. And Shaun stated that he thinks it's not fair that they don't have any men doing the sideline reporting for the women's sport because they have women do sideline reporting for the men's sport. So this is kind of that same breath, right? They're hiring men to come in and be able to help this team improve throughout the season, become practice players, become scout team players. They're providing job opportunities for men. And it's allowing the women to get better. I don't understand. It's a win-win for all parties, homie. The men ain't trying out for the actual team. It's just practice, homie.
Meanwhile, this happened. That's Sabrina, homie.
Yeah, Sabrina Ionescu. She got fouled, and yeah.
Fouled?
There's nothing here.
She got fouled?
It's a blocking foul. That's a blocking
foul.
That's
what you take out of that.
Yeah.
You don't take that Lil Wong, 15-year-old Asian boy, cut her off to the spot.
No.
And literally got in front of her 3 different occasions, moved his feet 3 times and cut her off. And we want fucking Reese to get paid millions of dollars?
This clip showed nothing.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
No,
then you don't know basketball.
She didn't do nothing but a left hand dribble.
Athleticism, then.
She hesitated twice, and that's it. She didn't try to
boy.
and like.
That's a 15-year-old.
He didn't do. 15-year-old. He really locked her up. Like he was really in front of her.
15-year-old boy.
Nothing happened here. This is the most basic clip. Y'all be reaching.
15-year-old boy.
Hour number two.
I was back first.
I ain't even move my car. I don't think I need to, man.
Why?
My girl got like a little class gotta go to like at 10. So as long as we in the show at the right time, I can move it then. Now we in the show at 9:30, it's gonna be an issue, but we ended at the right time. We good. Hey, somebody said Freestyle Friday.
I gotta ask somebody. I wanted you to see this video, man. Motherfucker, the earthquake that's going on in Bachme, unbelievable sad, man. Take a look at this.
If it's sad, why you keep joking about it if it's sad?
No, I'm not joking. This is crazy right here.
You keep calling it Bachme, though. It's called Thailand.
You know what that is?
It's like the building crushing and dust and stuff.
No. That's the pool water.
Oh, really?
The fucking pool water fell down all that 17 floors and turned into a tidal wave, homie. That shit's crazy. Would you rather get hit with all the dust and the debris or the pool water?
I mean, it's a right either way. Probably, I mean, I don't know. That's a caught between a rock and a hard place, literally. So I don't know.
You're too young to know about that term, homie. It's way too young to know about that
I'm
term.
old school, homie. I'm raised from down south. You know, my mom from Kentucky, Bowling Green. My grandma them. You know what I mean? My dad's side family from Mississippi. Like I'm from down south. I got old spirit, old energy. That's why I'm able to come on this show with you, even though you're 30, 40 years older than me, and still hold my own.
How much older than you?
What, 30, 35 years older than me?
So I'd be like, that means I'd be like 65.
Hey,
I'm only 49.
Really?
So, yeah. So I'm only 19 years older, 18.
What are you doing for your 50th, homie?
I don't know.
That's a
I might fuck around, go buck me.
We gotta start planning now, though. For that.
See, that's the thing.
Like
See, that's why you like females more than me in spaces.
Because
like
that's what females. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like females.
No, I'm saying that's what females. Female. I'm just saying females will start planning for it right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm female. You know, real men, we're just planning shit like tomorrow. Like, oh shit, fuck it. You guys want to come over to home? Man,
that's stupid. It's a 50th. I mean, like, you should decide what you want to do. Like, throw a huge party, whatever you want to do. It's your like a 50. That's a blessing to live to 50 years.
Hey, there's an APB out on our main man though, which is unfortunate, man. Steve Kim, man. I'm trying to get a hold of him as we speak. Well, I don't know if you've heard about all the news with Tesla and a lot of people out here like keying shit and keying Teslas and burning shit down. Well, take a look, man, at this fire that's going on Tesla.
What are you saying though? Steve got a Tesla?
Huh?
Is Steve okay? He got a Tesla?
I got a picture of him right here.
Oh my God, man. What are you doing?
What?
This is insane. What are you doing? This is crazy.
What, homie? He put us. I'm saying.
Hold on, who is this on screen?
He's trying to cover his identity, homie. I'm trying to get a hold of him to make sure his cat's cool. I don't mean to blast him. I don't mean to blast him on the show, but I'm saying I'm gonna protect him. I'm gonna try to help him.
Jason's the most racist dude I know. Like in my group of associates, friends, business partners, acquaintances, all that together, you most racist person in that whole group.
Last night we did a video that posted. And I asked you a question about a particular female that we showed on a video, and I asked you if you shut the lights off, would you hit it? And I'm getting a lot of DMs, a lot of messages, a lot of traction. So we might have to make that a video, a commercial one day.
No, I disagree.
I watched that video over and over, and I don't know how I did the voice. It just happened. It's unbelievable voice.
Disrespectful voice, you know. I don't think it should be a commercial. I think, you know, that's just a one-off. It happened. We move on from it and let it live on social. We don't do nothing else with it.
Yeah, I think it should be an absolute commercial.
Yeah. I'm trying to get rich, trying to get this money.
Can we talk about something real quick?
Hold on real quick. Why do we always do this at some point in the show? We just get real random and we just get quiet and get full rundown right here and we see it, but we like, nah, we'll get to it in a minute. And we just continue to talk about some random stuff.
Well, Bailey has it on there already. But you know what? There's something that's we'll get to it. I'm going to stick to it because this next topic, Smitty, is a very good friend of mine, actually. I might have to, I don't know if he can come on the show and discuss this particular topic, but I'll have to get him on the show to discuss other things. Really good friend of mine, actually. One of the best recruiters in college football. Another guy that's been blackballed, in my opinion, Jeremy Pruitt, is suing the NCAA for $100 million, claiming the association conspired with Tennessee to make him a sacrificial lamb. Now, he's a player that he's a coach that actually recruited Emmett Gooden from me at Independence. Full players coach. Players love him to death. You can't find a player out there that did not love playing for Jeremy Pruitt. I've known him for about 25 years. Great dude, high school guy, man. Came up the ranks, and then GA'd and got into the mix and with Saban. Got to go over to some legendary places with some legendary coaches. Gets the head job at Tennessee. Known as a defensive guy, having a defensive tenacity about him and recruiting freaks of nature on defense that are all playing in the NFL. I recruited a lot of players at Alabama, Tennessee, and other places. What do you got to say about that? $100 million, saying that the NCAA conspired with Tennessee.
Everybody's suing. I wonder what he mean by conspire with Tennessee. Like, dang, like, so he said, why? I guess my question for you is, because you know more about this than me, what's the benefit, or why would NCAA want to make him a sacrificial lamb? Like, why would they want to work with Tennessee to get him out? Is what I'm saying. Like, what did he do to them to make them mad at him? Like, explain it to me a little bit more.
When you're the best recruiter in the country, which he was,
right?
He's number one. I'm telling you, a lot of people won't say that and don't know it. When you're number one recruiter, you present a problem to a lot of coaches out here in the good old boy network in this circle. Okay. And what happens is when I out-recruited certain coaches, guess what? I got blamed and I got tabbed and I got accused of doing everything illegally. I never did one thing illegally. Remember, the only thing that you're going to go find is that he gave a fucking bag of hamburgers to somebody that had a little bread in it and not bread for the burger. Little cheese and bread, right? And then NIL hits. And now you're telling me that this man is the devil because he put a few dollars in a fucking McDonald's bag for some players? Come on, man. You got to stop. Like, come on, man. This shit's ridiculous. And then guess what? When you're still in players, guess what happens, Smitty? All the coaches get together and they have a conversation. Hey, man, what's up with Pruitt? It's real easy to maneuver, Smitty, when your best players aren't getting snatched. And when I can go out and recruit again because I don't fear losing them to this man if he's not coaching, right?
Right.
So it's real simple to just say, you know what? Let's cut ties with this dude, get him out of our way so I can go get the best players again because Jeremy was locking them down. And I'm just telling you, nobody's going to talk about it and everyone will say I'm full of shit. Go ahead and think I'm full of shit. But the real ones out here know exactly that I'm 1,000% accurate with what I'm saying. And it's a joke. It's a fucking mockery. And there's reason why the Noel Mazzonis and the Jeremy Pruitts and other guys aren't in the business.
I wonder what proof he has. Because if he's suing, I mean, he got something. He got enough of something somewhere. So that's I'll be interested to see this thing play out. You know, like I said, I don't have knowledge on stuff like this. That's why I wanted to allow you to kind of speak on it more. You were doing it and in it, and you know him too. So that's insane, man. It sounds like it's just a whole bunch of coaches being jealous and hating because they can't do what he can do. So they're like, all right, if we can't beat him, let's get him out.
Well, that's how it's always been that way, Smitty. I'm gonna be honest.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too because all coaches do the same stuff. So like whatever, so yeah, the money in the bag situation, how you gonna accuse him and kick him out for stuff like that when every coach is doing that? In some way they're doing that. Even in a small school, it may not be money, but they're every coach is maneuvering, figuring out ways to how can I get this kid here? And then the fact that, like you said, we're in the NIL era now, so none of that stuff even matter. So that's I'll be curious to see how this play out, but that's crazy.
Yeah. Here's knowing a little bit about the whole thing, like the inside of it all.
Yeah.
The facts of the matter is that Tennessee was caught and let go of cheating for years and years and years prior to Jeremy Pruitt ever being the coach there.
Right.
They're putting the cheating scandals all on Jeremy Pruitt at Tennessee, though. See what I'm saying?
That makes no sense. He wasn't even there.
So he's saying, no. What they're saying is, though, that Jeremy Pruitt is the culprit, the contributor, the number one reason why Tennessee was tabbed cheaters. When Jeremy Pruitt and all of us have proof for years and years and years that Tennessee's been doing this shit forever.
Right.
Phil Fulmer. I mean, I'm not going to tell on no coaches, man, but I know Phil Fulmer. Phil Fulmer flew it. Now, this ain't really illegal, but Phil Fulmer flew a fucking private jet into Compton Airport to get one of my kids. And I'm just gonna say it wasn't during recruiting time. But anyway, let's dive into So anyway, Pruitt's going to be like, hold up, dog. You're going to blame me for cheating at Tennessee, and I'm the reason why Tennessee's fucking got this bad rap when I know for a fact.
Oh.
So
Pruitt's like, hey, it's bigger than Nino Brown. If I'm going down, I'm taking all you down with me. He said, yeah, I might have did something, but I just jumped into the system that was already in motion and already moving along. Okay, I see what's going on here.
And they're trying to say that, he's saying he's a sacrificial lamb for rules that the rule violations they're putting on him that preceded his tenure as the coach in Tennessee. That's the thing about it. Plus, he's suing for a 6-year, show cause penalty that they refused to pay him on, which was in his contract. So there's a lot of other things going on. This whole thing, especially obviously the number one thing, paying players, because the NCAA now allows it, and that's just clearly what it is. That's why Reggie Bush. That's why Manziel. That's why all these other folks, these kids now in the NCAA video games, everybody else is getting something that's no longer illegal and made it legal. And guess what? You're punishing Pruitt from coaching kids. He never did nothing to no kids. So, that's the problem, man. And Pruitt is, on record, the last coach in America to be punished for impermissible impermissible player benefits, because there is no more such thing, Smitty. So there's no more impermissible benefits. There is no more Michigan flying a player to the Rose Bowl, or Ohio State flying Chase Young to the his girlfriend to the Rose Bowl. None of that exists no more, homie. So I'm just saying. And then there's a lot of things with Philip Fulmer, who's a legend there. Coach Peyton Manning and T. Martin, and won a national title. He was the AD during Pruitt's era. And there's a lot of that going on too. So it's a lot going on, Smitty, and there's a lot that is going to be in this complaint. So I don't know. I'm rooting for my boy.
As you should, as you should. But moving on to our next topic, man. Some more, I guess more on the positive side. The Los Angeles Sparks will retire Candace Parker's number 3 jersey on June 29th. She becomes the third player to have her jersey retired by the franchise, joining Hall of Famer Lisa Leslie and former player and GM Penny Toller. Legend right here, man. Let me read off some accolades real quick from Candace Parker while she was with the Sparks. She made 5 All-Star teams. Took home her second MVP award in 2013 and led into a championship in 2016 where she won WNBA Finals MVP. for her performance against the Minnesota Lynx, where she averaged 17 and pretty much 8 during that 5-game series. We know Candace Parker is one of the GOATs. She's hooped at every level, at a high level. She's won championships, with the Sparks. She won late in her career, I think, with Chicago, where she's from. Now she's killing the game on TV, as an analyst. So shout out to her. I feel like, she's definitely worthy of this honor and has earned it. JB calls her the real CP3 every time we have that discussion. So we'd love to hear from you. What's your reaction to this?
I just want to hit. Lord, I'm gonna be honest, she looked better and better on TV, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know it. You do it too.
No, she's a beautiful woman. She's married to a woman. That's her,
Yeah, that's why I want to hit.
I see her, she actually goes to the my farmer's market sometimes. So I see her and her daughter.
Shoot her my number.
Her daughter's like a teenager, but she's super tall. They're like the same height. But I see her at my same farmer's market every now and then.
Yeah, shoot her my number. I need to ask her a few things privately.
There's a few WNBA people I see there. I see Shanae Ogumake, who's on like the NBA.
I know her. I know her actually.
She be at the farmer's market sometimes too. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I know her though.
Okay, cool.
You could hit her up if you see her at farmer's market, tell her, hey, JB said what's up.
Nah, it's not worth it. I mean, she probably know of you, but she ain't gonna.
No, I've actually talked to her several times, and she got dope shoot. But anyway,
I'm saying, I mean, what's she gonna do? Like, oh my gosh, JB. Like,
she used to be married to a man too. That's what's crazy. She used to be married to a man. I don't understand. I think like ESPN and all these other networks like really push something on her. I don't know, but I need to talk to her about some stuff.
Who's about Candace?
Yeah.
Yeah, Candace, she came out a long time ago. Yeah, she was with a dude early. I think it was Sheldon Williams. She was an NBA guy.
Sheldon Williams.
I think he went to Butler, actually. I think he played at Butler and then went to NBA, had a decent career.
That's his daughter. How do you think he got a daughter? Yeah. I don't know. I know you don't think women could have daughters now, right? Together?
What you talking about?
Oh, I'm just making sure you know a guy gave her
a kid. I'm giving y'all the now. I'm giving the fans the game. What are you talking about, homie?
Well, no, I'm saying you mentioned she had a daughter. You mentioned she had a daughter at the farmer's market. She's tall, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just making sure you know that she needed a man to have that kid, right? You know that.
Oh, for real?
Oh, I'm making sure. Oh, I don't know. I mean, the way you're defense of women in the police force, I didn't know if you knew that.
Hey, kill me for defending women. I'm sorry. So.
Well, you don't defend them all.
Anyway, let's move on to the next time, man. So, speaking about ESPN, we got ESPN analyst and former NBA player Kendrick Perkins.
You actually heard him.
James to shut up. Hold on.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Protect women, not hurt them. Let me see. See the video?
How the league is covered because he wanted to be covered a certain way.
This motherfucker's so dumb.
This is what it comes down to with LeBron. And I'm a big LeBron fan. I've been knowing LeBron since 1998, literally 1998. The problem that I have is, one, everything that comes out of LeBron James' mouth ain't the damn gospel. Number two, we're in 2025. It's a different era. Damn it, you have to adjust. But here's the thing. The coverage of the NBA, in my opinion, has been the same since I've arrived in the NBA, since I grew up as a youngster watching the NBA. Magic Johnson, was he not criticized? Kobe Bryant, was he not criticized? Michael Jordan, was he not criticized? Allen Iverson, he was criticized. So, in today's game, these players are so sensitive that it just don't make any damn sense.
I know you said, you're not a big fan of Kendrick Perkins, but just focusing specifically on what he just said.
I agree 1,000% everything he said.
All right, there you go.
He just dumb as a fucking rock. He might be the dumbest person on media. He might be the dumbest human on the fucking media.
I can't say all that. I'm not gonna.
Well, I know you can, but I will say it.
You don't even know the brother at all. You just saying that because you don't like his country accent. He's from Texas. He talks country. That don't mean he's dumb. So.
Well, that would be racist.
But I actually agree with him as well. I do think that guys have been covered the same way forever. Now it's highlighted more because of social media and everybody sees it, and we see it so much faster versus back in the days you had to be, you know, reading the paper or something like that in order to see it. So it didn't feel as powerful. But yeah, I remember when Magic he had that bad, you know, it was the ending of a playoff game, a finals game, if I'm not mistaken. They called him Tragic Johnson, and all like this was back in the 80s. So my point, they've been going at players since the game started. So this is a regular thing. But to his point, because of social media, I think players are more sensitive to it because more people see it and talk about it. They're making, you know, these GIFs and memes, and it's all connected to social media as to why I think the players are so sensitive to it. But
yeah,
I think you're absolutely right about this, JB.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm gonna break down, give it a more macro.
Please do.
Layer.
That was my first laugh. That's what, you know.
Let me put a little macro layer on it. First of all, it's not because he's from Houston. I know a lot of homies from Houston that are very intelligent. He's just dumb. Number one, has nothing to do with his accent. Number two, he says really dumb shit. Go look it up. Number two, I want to be clear here and not be hypocritical when we discuss this. I agree totally with what he said on that side. On exactly like you just said, this specific topic, I do agree with that. What I don't agree with the messenger either, though. The messenger being Kendrick Perkins, who, if I'm not mistaken, has gone on this network and said, I have blocked LeBron James phone number and on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah. I think he said LeBron stopped following him, so he blocked his number. That was his response. To be more specific, I did see that yesterday.
And he's talking about being sensitive. I'm just talking about that. I'm just asking, like, make it make sense. I mean, like, come on, bro. Seriously. Come on, dog. We gotta stop the dumb shit. If that's not soft as a fucking runny baby shit, I don't know what is. This is a man you played with and know. Not like me blocking fucking Mike Bundy on Twitter. I'm talking. This motherfucker played with this dude and just told us he known him since 1998.
Yeah, and Kendrick will praise LeBron a lot until recently.
Here's how bitch made it is. You and I get an argument on a show. Yep. And this is going to be the biggest show on Planet ERF and all this stuff. And we're never going to agree. And we don't really like each other and all that.
Yeah.
And we see each other, like, we don't really talk. And none of that. It's farmer. You see me at Farmer's Market, I probably wouldn't even say nothing to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So I block you, though, because you said something I didn't like. You said that the females should have got out and started dumping and come home to you with dirty feet and got in bed after getting plummeted all day. And I say, no, man, you know, this girl shouldn't be fighting this broad in the MMA and then take some heat out and shoot 8 motherfuckers for knocking out this cat and stomping them out right in front of the cop car. And then you're like, no, they should. She should be out there and she should be fighting like a motherfucker. And then we should be married. She should walk me down the motherfucking aisle. Like, nah. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like that happened, right? And then I block you? Come on. And you ain't gonna block me. You ain't got no bitch in you to block me on social media. That would be bitch made. So, like, you block LeBron James, Kendrick Perkins?
Nobody.
You block Kendrick Perkins. You block LeBron James, homie, after you've known him for 1998, 27 years. And you play with the man and you whatever. Come on, homie. And now you're gonna talk about being sensitive? Anyway, that's all I'm saying. Now, to your point, I agree exactly what he said. But the messenger overall in totality has to be discussed on a macro level. That's what I bring to the show.
On a macro level, JB gonna find his way to talk some shit somehow, man. So
some what?
Some stuff. So, but I come on, macro. Let's blow this thing up a little bigger, man. Stephen A. continuing to, you know, him and LeBron continuing to go at it. And Stephen A. actually slipped up and made a comment about LeBron not being at Kobe's memorial and then followed up with a tweet apologizing for saying he was wrong, but then doubled down on everything else he said. It feels like right now, Stephen A. is like losing the battle, so to speak, and he's like spazzing out right now, out of control. He's not thinking clearly, and he's just saying a whole bunch of stuff due to emotions, and he's just saying all type of stuff trying to attack. Now it's like he's just trying to attack LeBron because he's embarrassed and upset the way the narrative has shifted online as far as people joking about, what LeBron would have did to Stephen A if they got in a fight, LeBron going on McAfee's show and making those comments and people laughing. It feels like, the kid that's been getting bullied, I guess is now trying to like find their way to fight back in a way, which is cool. But the way in which he's trying to do it is just not, it's not the right method. And now he's just spazzing out of control and saying stuff that ain't even true. And to make a mistake on something so big like that, you can't do that. You talking about a man not being at another man's memorial, and then he was actually there. That's like embarrassing. You can't do that at your level and having that platform that you have. Like
I can't tell you who told me this, Smitty. I can't tell you who told me this, which is unfortunate.
Who told you this?
I can't tell you who told me this, but which is unfortunate because I just can't do it. I'm not a bitch made cat to throw out my boys like that. But here's what I did hear that, and this is what this crazy part about it, right? Stephen A is making himself look just worse and worse and worse. I even posted on his own tweet. I said, dog, just shut the fuck up, homie. You look horrible right now. I got guys that like Stephen A that are saying you look horrible right now. Like, stop, Stephen A. You were ahead. Just stop, homie.
He
was
cool at first. He's messing up. Like,
but I heard that
Pat McAfee put a tweet out. Good morning, beautiful people. I still can't believe LeBron had a conversation with the white guy the other day.
What do you take from that?
From a macro level, feels like he might be trolling someone on the network. From a micro level, it seems like he's just being Pat McAfee, having fun. You know what I'm saying? Just, kind of like flexing his muscle that, like, I'm really that guy. I got LeBron James who doesn't come on any show to come on my show and talk to me. So
I think I had a straight shot at Stephen A. There's not even a fucking question about it. It's a straight shot at Stephen A. Smith. Straight. There's not even a fucking question about it out there. If you're a micro level thinker, then I could see it. But if you're macro level, then you realize exactly who he took shots at. That's why our thumbnail yesterday said shots. I'm just taking.
Is there someone else he might be taking like a weird shot at because of the race thing?
Yeah, a lot of them. So here's the thing, Smitty. Let me dive into this real quick. I was told that LeBron faked everything about the funeral, didn't even really cry, didn't even do anything. And I think Dwight Howard and some other folks came forward and said it on a show later on. Was like, man, LeBron got in there, was kicking in, playing video games, and then he went into character, is what people say. When he actually got out at the funeral, that is what I've heard.
Now, just to protect you in the show, it just so you heard that from an actual like legit source who was there.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure we got
And here's the other thing, Smitty. I feel chicken shit saying it though, because now what's going to happen is they're going to use that against LeBron, who there's two things going on, right? You got all these people out here talking about what side they're on in this debate. Like, I'm Stephen A because he did. Matt Barnes came out yesterday and was like talking about, I fuck with both of you, but Stephen A, you're out of pocket now and you're getting out. Now you're just throwing shit at the wall, seeing if it sticks.
That's right. That's basically what I say. I'm like, you just saying stuff.
And your shit's wrong. Right, like your shit's wrong too. You know what I mean? Like, but make no mistake about it. Last night, LeBron got diddied. I mean, huh? What happened?
What are you talking about?
What happened?
Now you just saying stuff now.
Oh shit! I just dropped my.
Now you just saying stuff now, homie.
What?
Anyway,
I mean, I didn't mean diddied, homie. I meant giddied. I said giddied. He got giddied last night because Giddy hit the shot, homie.
Oh man, yeah. Can we talk about the game on a serious note?
What do you think I said?
I heard what you said, homie. It's not about what I think. I know what you said, but we're going to move on. We're going to brush right past it.
Nah, homie, Giddy hit the shot, homie.
Man, that game was crazy. Forget the shot. Did you see the last, 3 plays? Lakers was up by 5 points.
I didn't watch it. I was watching.
Well, Lakers was up by 5 points. I should have sent it to bed. Lakers was up by 5 points, homie. Late. The game was, literally over. LeBron
Wait,
James, the guy he's covering, makes the open three.
Did Redick play for Cal? No, I'm tripping. All right, go ahead.
He was going to do for Coach K, homie. Slow down. LeBron leaves the guy wide open for the three, knocks it down. So now they're down 2. Then LeBron passed the ball in, the worst pass I've ever seen. Super lazy. They passed it right to the Bulls, so they get the ball back immediately from a steal. Kind of like Reggie Miller-esque, that old school play when he got the ball, and you know what I'm talking about. Made another 3, took the lead by 1. It's like 10. It's under 10 seconds now. Austin Reeves, the white boy, went down there hooping, made the layup. We took the lead back, and then that's when Giddey went down half court over LeBron's face again and makes a half court shot, wins the game. LeBron James lost the game, and this ain't me trying to take a shot. It's just the facts. If everyone who watched the game, y'all know I'm not lying at all. He literally lost the game. The game was over.
So he got Giddey. He got Diddy. So Giddey hit the shot on him. Hit him with the baby oil, swoop, whoop, and then fucking Diddy down. That's crazy because Giddey is also called Diddy, right? Man, there's a lot going on, homie, with that crew. A lot going on with that crew. Remember Giddey and the Diddy and the little girl and all that, and he won the case, and a lot of shit going on with the Diddy crew. Giddey, God damn it, Giddey is his name. So it's so confusing, Smitty. I get confused with the Giddies and the Diddies and the oils and so much going on. The girls, the females messing with the little boys, and the little boys taking it. It's a lot going on.
I heard they call you J Biddy. J Biddy is what I heard they call you.
J Biddy?
J Biddy. Is what I heard they call you. So I don't know what that means. I heard they call you J Biddy. So
yeah. That is crazy. That's crazy, though. Weren't they up 16, though? You mentioned?
Who?
Lakers.
I'm not sure. I just know the end.
Yeah, they were. It's a fact. They were actually up 18 in the fourth quarter. Can we verify that? I'm pretty sure. I didn't watch the game, but I know that. Again, didn't you just lose to the Bulls in a fucking blowout a week ago? Lakers? You were 18 after getting blown out a week ago, up 18 to a Chicago lame duck roster. Let's just be funky. Their superstars all left. And you up 18 and lose? Let's just talk what Smitty just mentioned. Up 5 with 12 seconds and lose. Let's just go there. Fuck the 18.
Yeah, forget the 18.
Horrible coaching job. Let's dive into.
You didn't watch the video. Some stuff is on players. This is on LeBron. Guard your man.
Yeah, horrible coach.
Okay, cool. You don't guard your man. You let him make a 3. All right,
I get
cool.
all that.
Up too.
I get all that.
If you see the pass in, you
up
go
18 though. Up 18 though. Up 18 though.
Yeah, but I'm not watching. 18 in today's game is not that big of a deal. As many threes as each team shoots.
So the LeBron
you get 18 points in 3 minutes, homie. That's not.
Yeah.
That's
Did LeBron get the ball every time and just pass it to the Bull guy every time to get down 18 to get back up? I'm trying to figure out.
Basketball's a game of runs. That happens.
Yeah.
I'm saying at the end of the day, it's 12 seconds. Like 5. The game is over. Guard your man. Okay, cool. He makes the 3. Whatever. It's basketball. Pass the ball in like with some energy. He literally got the ball and was like, and it's like you got to watch it. For you understand, he just threw the ball.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Throw the ball in properly. The Bulls have to foul you. The game is over.
No, I hear you. That's your goat. That's y'all goat, though.
It's not. There ain't no y'all.
Hey, let me ask something real quick. The clips I did see, Smitty, are very alarming and disturbing. Here's why. Luka looks like Luka in Dallas again. I told y'all. He looked fine, come out high. LeBron lost a little weight, blah, blah, blah. He got beat so bad on defense about 6 times in a row because I went back and watched it because I knew I had to get ready for the show. So I went back and watched him getting blown by about 6 times. I would argue that he's the reason they gave up the 18-point lead, and he's the reason that the Lakers at the end of the day still will possibly lose this trade.
That's their defense. The Lakers, I think he's coached up to do that. Because the Lakers have this like switch everything type of style where it's almost like
where nobody helps at the rim. He just gets blown by his
well, they're
score.
supposed to help. That's what I'm saying. I think team defense wasn't good, but it's a
Wait,
style
they had the
where
best defense though.
Luka almost invites them past them, and it's like a trap style. He gets past, they switch over, force the pass. It's like a defense by committee type of style because JJ knows that he has an old LeBron and he has a Luka who doesn't play defense and can't slide his feet good. So, okay, I can't count on them being able to lock down guys. So how do I make this still a decent
I love your take on that. I love your take.
Scrappy styles, switch everything, run to the ball. That's what it is. So
I love your take on it. I get it.
And it's worked a lot, but lately it's been
my basketball knowledge. I get it. I get exactly what you're saying. Hopefully the micros in the crowd will understand what Smitty's saying. He's saying, like, basically play defense. If you get beat, somebody will come collapse, help out at the rim. That they don't have any rim protection is the reason why I say they still might lose this trade. And then they lose the Williams kid out of Charlotte and the whole fucking physical debacle. And then when you have a guy on the perimeter like Luka who can't play defense sagging down to the box, and he's on the perimeter, he's going to get beat by about 9,000 different guards or small forwards in this league. And I don't know if that could be the team defense that we think is going to actually get them out of the West. I hope not, because JJ Redick, a lot of times we've talked about him being a joke, and then we talked about him as coach of the year, and now we're talking to him as a joke again. See how this thing works? It's about the self-anointing that we always do. We always anoint guys, and then we always bury guys, and then we anoint them again. So here's the thing I got to say. The Lakers have no brim protection. We've been saying that's been a worry for a while. The Lakers are lacking any type of big athleticism at the rim. The Hayes kid and the Goodwin kid or whatever his name is, the other fucking smaller kid that plays a little bit down low, are skinny as shit. I don't know if they can actually, once they get the ball, can they fucking hold the ball? I saw a motherfucker take the ball from him twice last night. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Can you secure the rock? We have a lot of problems in LA right now, and they were at the 2 seed. Everybody was giving them so much credit, and now they're talking about a play-in team. Like how fast shit changes in the NBA, especially in the West, Smitty. This is going to be intriguing as we go down the stretch here in La La Land with the Lakers, an older LeBron, a non-defensive Luka, and no rim protection. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know how's your mentals right now with the Lakers compared to how they were 2 weeks ago when they were the 2 seed.
Sweating bullets. Like don't feel comfortable. Don't feel as confident. LeBron hasn't looked good since he's came back from his injury. I'm hoping that it's just like a situation where he's just trying to get back in rhythm offensively. I mean, he had 2 points in the first half against the Pacers, and they were concerned that he was going to lose his consecutive game record of scoring 10 or more points because he has the number one record of scoring 10 plus points consecutively, and he was able to do that late in the game, but had a horrible game. He made the tip in for them to win, and it's the game winner. Shout out to him. But if he doesn't get that tip in, he's had a horrible game. Then last night he has 17 and 12, very average game, and then the way it ended with those 3 plays that I threw out to you, or 2 or 3 plays, horrible game again. So. I
don't think he's hurt. I don't think he's hurt at all.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he's just came back from the injury. So I'm saying maybe just rusty. I'm hoping that's the case because we're going down a dark path. That's not going to look good for us. So
I agree. What I'm saying, I don't think he was ever hurt. That's
in the first place. You're saying even. Oh, okay.
I saw him. Yeah, because the homies were with him at his son's basketball game in the state playoff here. And he was running around.
The video, he's walking around and stuff. Yeah,
no, he was running around. He was running around.
That was right before he came back.
Around. Yeah, he was running around.
Well, I don't think it was ever a serious oh my God. Even when he got hurt, he got up, walked to the back. I just think that he's like, man, I've tweaked my groin before. He never gets hurt, but when he does get hurt, it's always the groin. So I think for him, it's we're close to the playoffs. Let me just monitor this thing the right way. I'm 41, I'm 40 years old. Let me just make sure this doesn't turn into something else. That's why he took that time off.
I gave him credit yesterday on the show, being on McAfee, and now I actually saw some other clips, and now I don't give him. I hate him again.
Other clip of what?
Huh?
What'd you see?
He said that Giannis would score 250 points
in the 70s. You didn't see that? Are you late?
Nah, I didn't see that. Now I hate him more than ever now.
Well, that's just his opinion, though.
Yeah, but it's dumb opinion.
I mean, you say dumb stuff on this show all the time, but it's just,
I know. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Wilt didn't score 250, and Giannis is going to it. Here's the crazy part about it.
He's being used on this.
I know.
Being dramatic like you are.
I know. I get it. I'm not micro. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about it, though. By the way, Giannis wouldn't have had the game that he has now in that era because he would have had to play. He would have had to play back to back to the rim with Kareem and Wilt and these other motherfuckers. So Giannis would have been a nobody playing with Skyhook, Kareem, and other guys. He wouldn't have been a perimeter player shooting threes and doing all this other shit. Let's be honest. So let's be real. He was not
an argument we're having. LeBron saying if you literally take Giannis and what he is right now, literally, stopped him in that era, he would destroy them. That's the fact. Yeah. But to your point, if Giannis was the same age as Kareem and all those guys, he wouldn't be this athletic problem.
I actually flip the question. I would actually flip it. I think Larry Bird, Kareem, and Wilt would score 250 now. That's the fucking ironic part about this. That's the funny part that no one wants to talk about. The motherfuckers would score 250 now in your soft pussy era, LeBron, that don't play no defense, who can't check, hip check, or anything else. You know what Larry Bird would do? You know what Kareem would do in a non-center playing league? Shit. You out your motherfucking mind, homie. Tell me who Giannis is defending out of that era now. But I didn't hear that part of it. See, I would have had more respect for LeBron if he would have said, you know what? And Kareem would have came down in this era and probably scored 250. Then I'd have been like, LeBron, I feel you. I'm glad you. But nah, you want to talk about these plumbers and all this shit because you play for a motherfucker that went on ESPN and said they played with plumbers and firemen. Well, them plumbers and firemen would have lit your motherfucking ass up in this era. Let me just tell you.
It doesn't be true though, Jason. Like,
no, it's not.
We can and we should respect the OGs because without them laying a foundation, then there is no NBA today. That's a fact. So we should never really even disrespect them. But then on the flip side, if we're just being like dishonest and using like our actual eyes, I think it's okay to say that the players right now are just at least this. They're way more physically gifted as in totality, not
less physical.
Right. Well, because the rules.
Make sure you mention that. I
because
agree with
the rules,
you.
though, not because they can't be. See, the part I disagree with, I very well believe that these players could play physically. They're just not allowed to. So they adjust to the game.
I don't agree.
For example, if Kareem and all them had to play in this era, they would have to adjust too. It's not this.
Hey, here's the thing.
They can't fly the way they found. They can't do certain things. They can't hip check. They can't do all that stuff either.
Here's why I disagree. Because as soon as that elbow came from Wilt or Kareem or Russell or one of these other motherfuckers who did nothing but play nasty at the Mahorns and Lambeers and all this shit, and I've seen these pictures. I've seen these pictures online. They're like showing LeBron like flex and his body, and then they're showing like Lambeer looking like nothing. And then they're like, "This is the guy you said would have stopped." I don't think you guys realize, dog. People do not understand that the physicality of that era. It doesn't matter what the body type was. We all saw KG come into this league at 18, 19 years old, who was 102 pounds. So did KD and Kobe. But guess what they ended up doing? They actually played a lot more physical. KD would absolutely, in my opinion, dominate Giannis. Fucking absolute dominate Giannis in every facet. KG.
Oh.
I literally look at the game and I'm looking at Giannis' skill set, and I understand he's a jumper, a freak of nature, and an athletic gift. His jumper's broken. He has zero skill set. He reminds me of a thinner, leaner, probably more athletic, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say more athletic because Shaq was an unbelievable athlete. But he has no skill set. He has no rims. He has no soft hands. The ball is shot 1,000 miles an hour at the rim. It's just like Shaq was. He's got no left hand. He has no actual skill set.
He's great against the rim. I'll give him that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's just a freak of nature. Yeah, well, I think it's a God gift, just like LeBron mentioned on Pat
But
McAfee.
getting and finishing at the rim, I would say, is a skill. Like being
You're blurry. We can't see you. We can't see
going
you.
100 miles per hour against the rim and then being able to finish softly is a skill. Like that's not just something
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
We got all these guests on today. Loaded lineup, free game Friday, Smitty. Loaded lineups all week, every week. We got a shout out to our boy Craig Larson for helping us out. Let's dive into our main man, Super Bowl champ. Or am I overstepping? You need a break?
No, we cool. If I need a break, I'll just jump off at this point. Like I run this show.
Yeah, you can't, or I'll fire you. Let's move on. Let's bring our main man in, man. Super Bowl champ, Tampa Bay Buccaneer, and Tulane Green Wave legend, Shaun King.
Mr. King.
They got cheated, man. Fucking Arizona got cheated last night.
Hey, man, my bracket is still intact.
I'm just kidding, Smitty. You know when you get your ass beat, you just say you got cheated. I picked Arizona to win just because of the money, and I don't like Shaun King, so I was like,
I picked Duke to win the whole thing. So long as they keep winning, my bracket's gonna be good enough. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of brackets,
I
don't know if you can see it. I sent this on March 20th. Okay, y'all see the date?
I see like a Pornhub picture.
Or whatever. March 20th, I sent that. My Final Four: Michigan, Kentucky, Duke, Texas Tech. Duke and Texas Tech came back. Duke won. We'll see if Kentucky and Michigan.
You should spend that money. You should spend that money to Calipari for helping you, because that was fucking horrific. That's why Kentucky ran his ass out. That's why you don't have more rings, and that's why he's the greatest recruiter in college basketball history, other than John Wooden, and that's why he's the worst coach in college football and basketball history. I'm sorry, that is the best recruiter. The worst coach, best recruiter in college basketball history.
Man, them people in Arkansas are static, man. In year one, he took them to the Sweet 16. What are you talking about?
Let me ask you something.
And I know what you're saying. They fell apart. But
have you ever taken a timeout home with you and kept it and then added on to your other timeouts next year or the next game? Have you ever been able to take 3 and make it 4? I'm confused. I'm tripping out for why not call a timeout number 1. Number 2, have you ever not seen a cat up 3 with 11 seconds, not foul, and put him at the line and play the game, just like BYU did 2 games ago to win their game, just like Arizona did it versus Oregon to win their game? They were up 3. Guess what you do? Foul. Put them on the line. Foul. Why are we giving them open opportunities, 3-point shot, and not call a timeout, and then up 16 multiple times, Shaun? You get outscored, Shaun, 18-2 or something in the fourth at one point, and you don't call a timeout during that run. Who are you, fucking Phil Jackson and Kobe Bryant and Shaq out there and figuring it out? You can't figure it out with 17 and 20-year-olds, homie, that don't even know what they're doing tomorrow and not entering the portal. You gotta call timeout, homie. Like this is a complete bust by the head coach. I don't want to hear shit about the kids. I don't want to hear shit. This is a coaching error.
Listen, it's one thing to be irate. It's another thing to be irrational. You are being irrational right now. Arkansas had no expectations coming into this season, man.
I don't mean
they
you
overachieved.
The game, homie.
You can't say a coach. You can't.
That's a horrible excuse.
And his team overachieved. No, they lost. Did you watch the game?
Hey, Smitty.
No, Smitty. See, JB don't watch college basketball. That's just like he was
Smitty,
up in arms.
That analogy
got in the tournament and couldn't name anybody on West Virginia team. Listen, Arkansas is a bad 3-point shooting team. In the first half, they were shooting YOLO 3 after YOLO 3.
Smitty, here's the
3-point shooting regressed in the second half. Texas Tech is a 3 seed. They were the favorite.
Smitty, hold up. Write these down, Smitty. 1, 8, 7, 14, 21, 26, and then the last one is 9.
All right.
That's the winning lottery numbers tonight for $400 million Powerball. All
So
right.
why you giving them out?
Because Smitty's just going to say, fuck it. I don't want it. Throw it away. That's exactly what you just said, homie. So we're up 16 points. We're up 16 points, and now it's okay to lose the fucking game?
Who said it was okay to lose?
We weren't expected to win. Smitty just told me I wasn't expected to get the lottery numbers. Fuck
No,
it.
you said Shaun told you that. I didn't say nothing. I'm listening to y'all. I ain't saying nothing.
No, you just said I didn't expect to get the winning lotto, so fuck it. I'm just going to throw that shit away. I don't want the money. Like, homie, we're up 18 points, Shaun, and now we're going to sit here and make excuses as to why they choked it off because they weren't supposed to be there because they were the 10 seed. They were beating the 2 seed, the 3 seed, dog. It was over.
We were responding to that ridiculous take you had that Calipari's a bum.
He is.
No, he's not.
I didn't say bum. I said greatest recruiter, worst coach ever combination.
Which is a bum. That's a bum.
That's not a bum. He's got how many first rounders? You can't ever call a guy a bum when he's got 20 first picks from AD to Booker to Wall to you can't call him a bum. But what I'm saying is, as far as coaching and X's and O's, he's the worst ever versus the best recruiter combination ever. We just had Lon Krueger on. I know you know that. Lon Krueger just came on. Unbelievable X and O coach, not as good of a recruiter, but he managed the game much better than a Calipari. Took Oklahoma Final Four, Shaun, and a Florida team in '94 who wasn't as good as this Florida team.
What? No, not 94 team. What team
94 team, Shaun. 94 team.
What was that? Vernon Maxwell?
I know some hoops history.
What was that?
Now.
Vernon Maxwell, Ronnie Cycli? Was that group?
Nah, 94, not 84.
94. The group. Who was on the 94 team? Who was that? Was that Mike with the white boy that could shoot?
He took
was that Mitch Richmond in there?
Mitch Richmond
No, he had Mitch Richmond at K-State.
Yeah, he didn't go to Florida. What's the tall white dude that played a long time in the NBA that went to Florida, could shoot the 3?
Who? Tom Chambers?
Nah, Mike something. Wasn't his name Mike something?
Mike Miller?
Mike Miller?
That sounds like him. Tall.
Mike Miller?
He basically was on LeBron's Cleveland, Miami team.
Mike Miller. Yeah, he's doing Mike Miller.
Nah, they had I'm trying to remember the name. I know Steve.
14. Oh, you talking about like now they had like
they had the meat hook.
Anderson and Dan crossing them, I think. Yeah.
Hey, they had the meat hook. Demetri Hill. Remember the big fella?
Yep, 6'7". Yeah.
Hey, Andrew DeClerc. Remember DeClerc?
He's the NBA guy. Yeah,
he's from Pinellas County. He's from St. Petersburg.
Okay, so basically, bottom line is nobody in the chat knows anybody on the roster. They had Greg Williams, Jason Anderson, Craig Brown, Brian.
They had
Thompson.
White Chocolate at one point too.
Nah, it was at Florida State.
Nah, I was out there. It's Florida State.
No, that's Bobby Sewell you thinking about.
Let's move on because I think none of us really know anything about this team. Let's
Hey, by the way, before we move on, can I get some congratulations? Did you see the coldest white boy?
Let's move on. Nobody knows shit about anything about college basketball. Huh?
Cooper Flag, the coldest white boy in college basketball history as a true freshman.
Oh, okay. I'm about to jump in. He said as a true freshman. I got to do my research. I'm about to say JJ was a bad white. Was a lot of bad white boys in college now.
If anybody in the chat thinks Joakim Noah was at Florida in '94, you should never come on the show ever again.
Yeah,
you tripping. He played with Al Horford.
They won back-to-back years. They beat Greg Oden in Ohio State. Greg Oden, Mike Collins.
They beat UCLA twice.
That was Billy Donovan, though, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Great for the teams right there, though. But let's move on, man, because there's a topic that I want to discuss here with Mr. King. And I know me and Shaun, before we even go to here, me and Shaun, we spoke on the phone the other day. So I know Shaun wants to dive into the Stephen A. LeBron stuff at some point. Go ahead, Jason.
Darnell, don't forget the topic. So we're gonna move on, but we agree. All of us agree that Calipari is horrible coach. All right, let's move on. Go, move on.
Okay, we'll move on. Just don't let me forget to bring back the Stephen A. LeBron thing. I know Shaun has some strong opinions on that, but let's keep this train rolling. And let's talk about this. I know you guys saw Justin Jefferson has gone viral for riding an ATV and going wild, as they're saying. A lot of fans are afraid that Jefferson could get injured by doing this. You got the video right here. You guys are the OGs. What's your response to the fans who are nervous about their superstar receiver out here just enjoying his time off? I have no problem with it, of course. This is regular to me. Guys ride ATVs on vacation all the time. He's not going wild to me. He's not doing anything crazy. This is regular stuff. But let me ask y'all. Let me ask you first, Shaun. You got an issue with this?
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it, but I don't think it's smart. When you're young, you think you're invincible. Mm-hmm. You know, I would tell Justin Jefferson, go research Rodney Rogers, who I think paralyzed himself. You know,
Fernando Tatis. How about Fernando Tatis?
And the thing I would tell him is, okay, you want to go have fun, cool, but where's the helmet?
But Jay Williams.
Where's the proper equipment? As cumbersome as you think it could be, like things can go wrong when you get on that kind of stuff. Not intentionally, not always because of user error. Stuff could just go, you know what I mean? Like you could hit something you don't see. Like, so I wouldn't be mad at him. I just would caution him, like if you're gonna do it, like put the proper safety equipment on. I wouldn't be out there without a helmet, you know, without that jacket that they wear. So if you do fall off, you know, it's like a motorcycle got it, right? You know, so if you fall off, you don't end up taking all your skin off. But he just having fun, man. When you're young, you think you're invincible.
He ain't even going fast on that. I've seen people really fly on them things. He just spinning around. So like,
I also fully believe that he opened that thing up at some point. That just wasn't on the video.
Well, we got to speak on what we saw though. Here's
the issue I have. Here's the issue. A lot of cats in Darnell. A lot of cats in the chat want to talk about. Let him breathe. He's just a human. Blah blah blah. No, he's not though. He's not though. And I don't think you guys understand because you guys are nobodies and you bag groceries and you'll never be anybody. And this is why you don't understand. These guys are 1%ers. They have an opportunity to be a generational wealthy human being and take care of their families, which you and I all aspire to do on a year-to-year basis. This man is in a 1% category. He's not a normal human. He's not let him breathe. He is different. He needs to appreciate and respect the fact that he's been given opportunity to be in this situation, to be the highest paid wide receiver in fucking the NFL, and take care of that and garnish it and appreciate it. Now, having said that, if this was 20 years ago, Shaun and I think both agree, in the contracts, it would say no jet skis, no fucking ATVs, no fucking this, no that. We've seen tragedies occur and owners spending money on their investment being put out because of foolish things like this. I'm all with having fun and doing all the shit. I'm just giving you another side of it, dog. This is now an investment, is it not, Shaun? That's all I'm saying.
Let me clarify, because I think the language in the contract stated if you get some kind of career-ending injury and it's user error and you're utilizing whether it's dirt bike, four-wheel jet ski,
motorcycle.
Now they're not liable for the remainder of your contract.
Right. Yeah. And I think mine even said though, like specific. I think it had ATV, it had jet ski, it had bungee jumping, it had fucking skydiving. I think it had deep scuba diving. There was some other things. I'm sure I want to ask Weddle because I know Weddle had it in his contract. And just a few years ago, we saw a guy do this right here. What he was just doing, plays for the Padres, and they gave him $300-something million, and he went and broke his leg on this motherfucker. And then guess what they did? They took a lot of money from him, did they not?
Hey Bailey, you got that white boy bread, that Wonder Bread? Because this some white people shit. You notice all the people they put this in their contract. Smitty is white. Weddle, JB, it ain't work. This the first brother.
Right.
Wow, we seen out here. You know
why? You know, let me break it down.
But ATV is as far as we gonna go though. Like we ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a go-kart. Kind of reminds us being.
Let me break it down. Let me break it down. Why though?
We ain't out there free diving in the ocean.
Well, hold on.
You gotta tell us not do that.
We ain't swimming with orcas.
Right.
So let me go down the list. Would you guys would you ever scuba dive?
No.
All right. Are you high diving?
Why?
No.
Are you bungee cord jumping?
No.
Are you jet skiing?
I might jet ski.
Maybe, but even I'm not.
So why would we put it in a contract? We know you're not doing that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I know. That's my point. So that's what I'm saying. There's a BPS contract. There's a what WPS contract. That's all I'm saying.
Right, like JP contract say no rattlesnake hunting. You know, in like y'all don't know what's wrong with white people. Why y'all so adventurous?
Right.
I don't know.
No eat no raw food. So yeah, stuff like that. But anyway, man, let's move on to a quarterback. Some quarterback news here. Brock Purdy, JB's guy, says that 40% of the time he is not able to see his intended target on downfield throws due to the size of the O and D lineman in front of him. Show this video.
You know it's 50-50 and you're just going to try to put it in the right place.
I mean, so my quarterback coach, Brian Greasy, the last couple of years, he and I talked about that. He played 11 years. His dad's Bob Greasy. But we got talking about how really it's 60-40. You can see about 60% of the time, and the other 40% you really can't. I mean, it doesn't matter how big you are.
Right.
I mean, I'm already shorter in stature, yes, but he goes, that's why it's so important when it comes down to knowing coverages, knowing scheme, where our players are supposed to be, how many steps they're breaking, and where the ball should be over a certain backer. Like all those things, man, it matters. And that's why, like, guys, you know, if you go to a combine and all those things, you're just throwing on air and yeah, you look all good with a strong arm and fast jumping, all that stuff. But when it comes down to 11 on 11 and you got guys that are a foot taller than you and you can't see, it comes down to the processing. Like before the play, like I know that the safety is probably going to rotate down. It's going to be one high and I got one hitch, no more than that, to rip it where Debo's supposed to be like just inside the hash. And there's a backer that's also got a 40-inch vert that I got to put up, you know, like
that's what sounds like that's why he be throwing picks, but I'm gonna sit this one out. We got two quarterbacks on here, so I got to hear from y'all. Shaun, is what he's saying, is this real talk or this jaw jacking? What's your take on this?
Well, I can only speak from the 6 foot club, so
yeah, you sure?
He's 100%. He's 100% correct.
Ooh,
I mean, you got to think when you. This is one thing that if you haven't played football at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
You can't process how fast things transpire in real time. And so from the time that ball is snapped, your ability to diagnose coverage, input play called, execute the right decision. You don't always have a crystal clear picture. It's not like you out there playing flag football 7-on-7. Like there are times when you know, okay, where you got to throw that out route, but that right tackle's in your face. And you necessarily can't see it all the way clearly. But you know, based on the coverage, rotation of the safeties, the fact the flat defender blitz, that's open. So he's 100% telling the truth. There's sometimes when you throw digs, you're going to throw the ball into a window. If that backer gets out of his, you know, he doesn't drop with depth, he drops with width. And you know you got an in-breaking route come behind him. You see the safeties, you know, vacating the location. You throw that ball in there expecting your receiver to be in that window. So there is some truth to what he said. And I don't think you ever are fully blind, but there are times when the picture not clear. It's like if I send a video from an Android to an iPhone. No matter how quality my video is on my Android, it don't show up on the iPhone like that. It'd be grainy, you know what I'm saying? Like playing quarterback a lot of times. That, for a perfect example, the old school veteran guys, what do they say? The game slowed down.
Yeah.
And so the more experience you get, the more longevity you have, especially in the same system, things start to slow down for you. But when you first get out there, man, you swear to God they're playing with 13 people sometime. You be like, ain't no way.
Jason, I know you're on the taller side. You're about, what, 6'5", 6'6". What's your take? Do you agree? Is there times when even the taller quarterbacks can't see?
I'm 6'3", and no, I just want to say that, so we all agree that he should not be paid a penny over 40 mil, right?
Well, I mean, the market's the market.
Hey, I made my point on this. For everybody in the chat, let me see if y'all be listening when Unc talk. What is Tua getting? Just hit me and comment in the chat right now. What if I said?
I don't care.
My bad. What if I said Purdy's getting? My bad. What if I said Purdy's getting?
At least $1 over Tua. You say he ain't getting nothing under Tua.
I don't care.
Tua getting 3.5, and Brock's had a better career.
So your mistake got to be mine? Fuck out of here. Hell no. I don't give a fuck what they pay him. Your mistake ain't my mistake, homie. I ain't got to make them fucking same mistake.
The market is
you
the
made
market, right?
Nah, hell no.
That's how it's always worked with quarterbacks.
Hey,
With
listen,
quarterbacks.
Smitty,
I ain't got to pay you because you paid me.
Yes, sir.
Smitty,
Yes, sir.
if a very beautiful, overweight, don't behave bully is going for 10,000, and he put Ash up for sale, Ash fit right in that category, right?
Yep.
Beautiful dog, little overweight, don't behave at all.
Yep.
Not at all. I don't got to make
I
same
mean,
mistake.
you want at least 10-5. You want at least 10-5,
Right, that's
Shaun.
the market. You
I ain't got to make the same mistake.
7,500.
Nah, I ain't got to make the same mistake. I got to see Tua. I'm like, oh no, he ain't worth that money. I ain't gonna do. I ain't gonna make the same mistake. Shit.
But Brock, if I'm his agent, he ain't Tua. My quarterback has been in the Super Bowl in the NFC Championship game.
Where's he going? If the Niners,
he ain't get concussed.
I still don't see. Shaun keep bringing up his point and what he said, but I want to bring up my point and what I said. Who's going to pay him?
The Niners.
No, if the Niners said we're not paying you $1 over $40 million, what is Purdy going to do? Nothing. There ain't nobody going to pay him, homie. It's too late. The Niners own him. They got him by the balls, and we're sitting here talking about paying more than Tua. Hell no, I wouldn't pay him $1 over $40 million. Period. Point blank. They just got rid of their whole roster, Shaun. And now he's
I was just about to say that. You too smart to sit here and say what you saying. They changed all those names in the locker room on them little tags that go in the locker. Yeah. They took all them guys that were making money or about to make money and removed them because they know what they got to pay Purdy.
Well, that's why Shanahan and Lynch are just horrible at their job. Let's move on. I got something to say. Steve, I got something to say because I want to bring in Shaun about this because the Stephen A. Smith and LeBron thing's getting out of hand. It reminds me of this whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. But anyway, it seems fabricated at this point. I'm starting to call bullshit now. After the last few days, I've started to see, all right, we saw a more transparent LeBron on McAfee. You know, he's taken nothing but criticism for 22 years, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm starting to see fakeness. But Stephen A. Smith, let's just focus on Stephen A. right now, Shaun King, Smitty. I just want to focus on Stephen A. He just got to shut the fuck up now. He's starting to look bad, dog. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is the latest fuck up that he just made. Take a listen.
Listen, it's the NCAA tournament, so anything can happen in a one-game scenario. So, of course, he'll have a chance. And, of course, he'll have his teams in the tournament. Of course, he's going to be able to recruit better than anybody ever has there outside of Mr. 40 Minutes of Hell himself, the late, great Nolan Richardson, God rest his soul. But in the same breath, if anybody can compete with that and
Shut it off, Bailey.
Oh, by the way, before we even begin the show, I just want to make sure I am fully aware that Nolan Richardson is alive. Okay, I trust me. I apologize for that. I don't know why I said God rest his soul. I know he's alive. I've always known that.
Damn. What the fuck, homie? He sounds horrific, homie. Everything he said. He said LeBron didn't show up to Kobe's funeral yesterday. He had to come out and apologize about that. He just said Nolan Richardson's dead. And Nolan Richardson ain't dead. I just saw him on the show. And now he had to come apologize again. He got to stop talking right now, dog. He's getting cooked.
Hey, let me break down what's going on.
Please do. Give us a macro scale of ideologies.
You remember when you was growing up, your OGs used to tell you about them Wolfer tickets?
Yep.
Say you better stop selling them tickets. You know what I'm saying? Your ass gonna have to cash them one day. So we've all seen the infamous scene of Stephen A. Smith practicing boxing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, if Braun would have touched me, I was gonna swing on him. Now you start playing that tough role.
Yep.
Boy, one thing about getting on this internet, acting like you can fight when you can't fight in real life, boy, somebody gonna test you. How you calling Nolan? How you telling people Nolan Richardson dead? How you making all kind of mistakes because you get
he messed up right now, man. But we got a legend here, Smitty. We got a legend here, and
Stephen A., be careful, baby. We know that football game, Ryan good D. Boy, you better tread lightly.
Yeah, he's digging himself a deep hole, Smitty. Smitty, introduce our next guest, man. The Uso extraordinaire, man. I'm proud of hell to have him on the show.
Seahawks legend, man. Multiple-time Pro Bowler, man. A dog at the linebacker position. USC legend as well. The OG, my guy. the one and only Lofa Tatupu. Bring him to the show right now.
How we doing?
Man, we're good, man. I was telling Shaun King the other day, I was like, man, you would have knocked him out in a game back in the day.
No, the hell he wouldn't. Man, but listen. My get out of bounds, my get down game was elite, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have had to catch him first, man. I don't know if I had the speed for that. So,
man, fear is a hell of a motivator. Hey, we're gonna catch Stephen A running out of one of the arenas. Just think about that's me trying to avoid Lofa.
Yeah, man. How you doing, though, my God, man? It's been a long time coming. You've been trying to get you on it for a while, man. So, how's life? You good?
oh man, blessed. Yeah, honored to be here. Love you guys. Love the show. Man, yeah, it's a trip because I got in the podcast game too. Everybody got a podcast, right? But I remember watching JB back in the day on the show, Last Chance, right? And I was like, man, how is nobody just giving this guy his own show? Because JB is honored to meet you virtually, but it's Smitty. I mean, we go back through Hoosh, really, because that's how I came to know you. And I need you to bring back those feuds when you guys were making fun of each other. That kept me going during COVID.
The workouts in the gym, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Hey, it's honors. I've coached shit, man. Over 200 USOs in my career. I've seen a lot D1, a couple of the league. So it's always legendary to have a guy on, man, that understands it, obviously, and sees this whole thing unfold in front of us right now, especially after we're done playing. All four of us played the game, obviously, in a different era. Now we got this era that's going on where people are getting paid in college. And then just a few years prior, you took a guy's Heisman Trophy out of his office and out of his hands, and now look at where we are. Like, it's unbelievable how the game has changed. So that's my first question to you, man. What do you see the biggest obstacles being right now from when we played to now?
I think it's they're getting paid, and I'm happy because it's a numbers game, and a lot of them aren't going to make it anyways, right? So I want to see all of our brothers, right, get paid, because there were several teammates that I had along the way that they were better than me. They had one injury, and it takes you out, changes your whole game. You fight and come back, but it's just the NFL, like, oh well, he's injury prone, like at a young age. That's like you get the labels, right?
Yeah.
So, but I just hope that they keep their vision on whatever their long-term vision is and success in terms of like reaching it to the NFL. Because you're getting paid now, and the money's cool, but like the dream was to play the game at the highest level for me, anyways. And so I hope it just doesn't have complacency set in and just like, I made it and I can rest on my laurels.
Yeah, no, for sure. To that point, let me ask you this. We always have arguments on this show, especially like myself and JB, as far as like where the game is at today, whether it's at the collegiate level or NFL level. JB thinks it's gotten the product is bad. It's a lot softer. It's the worst quarterback play we've ever seen. How do you look at the game of football today at both the college level and I guess more importantly, more specifically, the NFL level? Do you think it's at a good place, or do you think it's taking a few steps back?
It's definitely, just like now I'm going to sound old, right? It's definitely a watered down product. It's, the fundamentals are lacking, right? And that's how I feel like I'm old, because I remember when I was playing, the OGs were like, man, they ain't, stepping with the near foot, near shoulder, using the power, their base. Eyes, exactly. Eyes are messed up, and but like I understood what they were saying, and I tried to work better, to understand the game more as a student. And so, but it's watered down. Quarterback play, man, JV's right. Like I'm serious. Like, and look, I was only a high school quarterback, but I was asked to get under center, use your voice. That's another weapon to get false starts, disrupt timing of blitzes, all those things. And now a kid is just not prepared for the NFL. I don't care how talented he is. He's back there looking to the sideline for the play. So he never has to call a play. Then he just turns, claps, right? And then might look over for an audible. But he never develops any of these skills that are required to be successful in the NFL, and then they get thrown into the fire. And it's honestly, it's not fair to the kid. And you see that the good organizations are making a kid sit, even if they draft him first overall. They're making him sit and learn, not take the lumps and lose confidence right away. And so there's development that goes on. And I think that's really the teams you look at that have the most success is they have a plan for their quarterback going forward because it is the most important position. But nobody can do it on their own, though. That's the truth.
No doubt. Before Shaun jumps in, I know he's got some questions. He's in Vegas, and my question is, your former coach, college and pro, Pete Carroll, has taken that job to go back into the quarterback talk discussion. Is this the reason why he went with a veteran like Geno Smith? Because he knows this draft is lacking and that what's out there is lacking at the quarterback position. You think that's why he took Geno? And then overall thoughts on Pete as far as a coach in general and a mentor and all those type of things.
Yeah. First of all, I'm one of the few guys. I'm like the president of the Geno Smith fan club. I've been for years.
Shaun loves them too. Shaun loves them.
Oh, good. Shaun, we're going to be boys then, because I've been up here taking serious heat, since he got, and he replaced the legend in Russell Wilson. I get it. Our only franchise Super Bowl winner. So those big shoes to fill. But he came in and he did his thing, and he did it with very little help. He had one 1,000-yard rusher, K9, Kenneth Walker, back his first year. After that, the offensive line's been injured. We're not bad. We're just always hurt. And so that's tough. Even if you have the great, DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and all these weapons, you don't have time to get the ball to him. You're in trouble. And we had no run game other than that first year. And statistically, defensively, we were in the bottom third until bye week of last year, where we jumped from 28 to 14. That is the only time Geno had a defense. And honestly, the decline in play that last year is probably more indicative of the offensive coordinator who got fired after 1 year. I didn't think 1 year was very fair for anybody to implement their system, but still, the things I was seeing out of it was he wasn't setting up his plays. He was a masterful play designer, but he was not a great timing play caller. Like, you have to set it up and then run play action out of it or something, right? And there was none of that going on. So I'm Shaun, I'm glad you're back. I'm saying I'm one of the biggest Geno Smith fans. Like, he is just a beast, and I feel like he has the skill set to play for another 7-8 years if he wants to, because he's got tremendous arm talent. He's got a quick processor, knows where to go with the ball, and you just get him some help. You get him a run game, and it's over. He's just going to dice you up. So, and then as far as Pete, happy to see him back in the game. I've seen him the past year or so that he sat out at a lot of charity events. He does a lot in the community, whether it was in LA when he had his foundation, when I was at SC, or up here. I'm grateful for that guy and for him giving me the chance back in the day when I transferred from University of Maine. Got to give University of Maine a shout out. Go Black Bears. And because no one wants to bring that up, right? When I'm telling my story, I'm like, hey, I only had one scholarship to play linebacker, and that was at University of Maine. And JB, this is going to probably blow your mind. I had 3 offers to play quarterback.
So you were actually good at QB then, what you say?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was good. I would say I was decent, but I did the little things, like the details. So I used the snap count to get free first downs on 3rd and 5 or less, 2nd and 5 or less. I would quick count on run game to make sure my offensive line, who was a little undersized, I was probably heavier than like 3 or 4 of them. And I would say on first sound, so we get under set and we're going. They have that instant timing of surprise, the element of surprise. And so those are the little things that go a long way. And we turned that program around, and now they're even better. So I feel like we set the standard, and then they just went above and beyond, and happy to be part of that. King Philip, got to give my high school, a shout out, King Philip Regional High School. But yeah, man, it's been an incredible journey, and I'm grateful for it.
Well, first of all, shout out to all the people in Newport, Maine, for producing the greatest white boy in college basketball. That's the hometown of Cooper Flag. Number 2, Geno Smith is one of the top 10 ball spinners on the planet. And let's stay for number 3.
Top 5.
Yeah. For number 3, let's stay right on the Pete Carroll topic, but let's adjust it slightly.
Okay.
we've seen almost every major brand in college football have some kind of resurgence in the last 10 to 15 years outside of your alma mater. Pete Carroll left in 2009. They've basically been irrelevant on the national title scene since. How do the Trojans fix the post-Pete Carroll voodoo bug, whatever the hell he left on that campus? How do they get back to being a legitimate national title contender?
I mean, that's going to sound weird because I'm from Massachusetts and I played, Southern Cal, but you got to win the state of California. Like, why are you going outside of California unless it's a special player? I'm not saying I was. I kind of just fell into place over there at the right time. Recruiting, you're allowed to pay players now, so you should be winning your state. You don't have to go outside of California to find some of the best some of the best I ever played with from Cali. And there's a sense of pride when you grow up, in that state, and then going to school there and the tradition that we have. So I think that's a start. And then, it's a saying, right? Defense wins championships. And, for all the Heismans we had, I played with 3 of them, Carson, Leinart, and Reggie, right? And they're phenomenal players. We had some great players, but we had one of the top defenses year in, year out.
Man,
so those are my
defense and
fixes.
recruit and state. Let me ask you this real quick, since you just brought it up. Of those 3 guys and whoever else you play with at SC, who would you say was the best player you play with? Is it Reggie? That's what everyone's going to probably assume. Who would you say though?
Man, that's so many
was
guys.
Darnell with you? Was Bing with you then?
Bing, yeah, that was my roommate.
Okay, Long Beach Poly, my boy's, I've known him since he was a little kid. Yeah, you had a lot of Poly kids there.
Dude, well, man, we almost got the Fab Five, but Mercedes Lewis went to UCLA. And man, we could if we had him too.
He's still in the NFL somewhere. Boy, he just
he's a machine. He is a machine. But the best player I got to say that I saw at the time, Troy Polamalu, right? So I was there, Carson Troy's senior year. I was redshirt when I transferred in, and just the shit he was doing in practice. I wish they would open up the film vault to show you the stuff he would try and practice, and he would master it, and then he would take it to the game. And we were like, oh, dude, we did that like 5 weeks ago. And but he wouldn't break it out in the game until he knew for sure he could do it. And I saw him bait Carson into it was like a 10-yard out, and he was playing off on the tight end. And then he ran up, reached out, poked the ball falls down, and it was like a single leg RDL. I thought I would have torn my hamstring off the bone. And then he just stood up on the next step, just straight from there, and just took it 70 yards of the house. And Pete was right there next to me. The whistle fell out of his mouth, and he was like, "Did that just happen?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, that happened, man!" Like that.
Hey, was Cushing with you?
Cush, Ray, and Kaluka. Ray Malo Kaluka came in. I was there to host as a recruit, for their recruiting process. I left because Ray was coming in. I thought it was going to be easier to make an NFL roster than that roster, so I took off as a junior.
Hey, that's a great point. That's a true story. A lot of people don't realize in the running back room, in the quarterback room, in the wideout, they said, "I'm going to go to the NFL. It's easier to make the roster."
Yeah, Ray was 6'3", 260 as a high school junior, and then he got even bigger and faster. And I was just and I wanted to stay 1 year, but I was like, you know what? I know that the NFL, not for long, right? That's what, and the No Fun League. But I got to go. Strike. We just won 2 national titles. The only thing left to do is, hopefully, be up for and win the Butkus. And I was like, you know what? I'm not worried about that shit. We won 2 national titles. 25 out of 26 games. The only one we lost was in triple overtime to Cal, a guy by the name of Aaron Rodgers. And he's still playing. But it was an unbelievable time to experience, and just we just didn't. The way we practiced carried over to every game. It's just the confidence you never thought you were going to ever taste defeat again. And we went, I think, even the year after, 33 straight games. But in that linebacker room, too, fellas, Keith Rivers, number 9 overall, and a walk-on by the name of Clay Matthews. And I remember Clay Matthews in his first scrimmage. He had like 10 tackles, an interception, a forced fumble, and a blocked PAT or field goal or punt, one of it. And I turned around, looked over, I was like, yo, like, I know who that is because our dads went to SC around the same time. But I was like, why isn't this kid like, why is he on scholarship, one, but also, like, is anybody else seeing this? And so I knew Clay was going to make Pro Bowls. Hall of Fame, I can't say I knew that, but Pro Bowls, I was like, dude, I felt like he was better than me at middle linebacker. If he played middle linebacker, he would have been one of the best to ever play.
Damn.
Lofa, are you Polynesian?
Yeah, I'm half. My dad, Mosi Tatupu, the late. I saw your segment before this, So yes, my dad, late great Mosi Tatupu is my father, and so I'm half Samoan.
I got a question because this is just fascinating. The amount of elite, not just good, elite football players of Polynesian descent is immense. But when you meet you guys, family-centric, nice, would do anything for you. Talk to me about how the football culture became such a big part of the ancestry of the Polynesian people.
I think just the more that opportunities came about, and I don't know if there was a lot of other sports we could really play.
Rugby.
Yeah, there you go. But my dad was one of the first Samoan-born. I think he was the first Samoan-born player to make the Pro Bowl, and then so him, the throwing Samoa, Jack Thompson, some the pioneers that led the war.
Tui Asopos.
No, Tui, yeah, all of them, man. It's just it's just getting bigger because like now everyone's realizing, these kids, they can play this game at a high level, like you're saying, and they just need more opportunities. So, like, I remember, like Ed Ogeron was, like flying over to the Rock to Samoa and like grabbing some of these kids, and like it was just a different breed of beast. I'm talking, oh man, like the toughness. Travis Toffee, one of my boys, like he could barely speak English, but he had his locker was right next to mine. His foot was swollen, and I was like, "Trav, you got to go get that shit checked out, man." And he's like, "Nah, I'm all right." And so we finally get to the end of the season, and he's just been limping for. This was in camp when it was hurting him, and then this was after bowl prep and everything. They finally gave they would have given him an X-ray. He was too scared to go because he didn't want to get sent home, and so he had 2 broken bones in his foot that he played on that whole season. And all he did was ice it and show up for practice and kick ass. And I was just like, man, like that's a different level of toughness.
Yeah. Hey, I want to piggyback off Shaun's topic because I was going to bring the same thing up, similar. Like, George, I've known George, played at Arizona, throwing Samoan as well, who runs Aiga now, which is something I used to run for him out here. Malalua, right? George, I'm sure. And then you got Jesse Sapolo is out here. All these OGs, the Tui's are from, and I still talk to Tui. I still talk to Marcus a lot, but his dad and everybody, they're from Long Beach, on the west side of Long Beach. So there's a lot of polys, man, that I've been blessed to be around and coach. But I got to ask you, like, Massachusetts, that's not a poly heavy area. Like, was it military, Pops, or what was the reason that you went over there?
No, so he just kept going east. He grew up in Samoa, or born in Samoa, and like the age of 4 or 5, they moved to Hawaii, and then he went to SC. He chose SC because, like, on the map it was the closest to Hawaii, because he wanted to go to U of H, and his mom was like, "No, you're getting the hell out of here." And then he got drafted by the Patriots in '78, and he played 13 of his 14 years there. And so, by the time he was out 90, I was like 8 or 9 years old. And, we just stayed put.
Got you. American or Western?
American.
Okay, because I used to go over there, man, to like what I don't want to fuck up the name, but what was the high school, man? Right on the water. It's all white. Like Salmona?
I've never actually been to the Rock. I was before my dad passed away, we were set to go out to, because Troy used to always put a camp out there, and and it just when the timing. I'll go one day, but I still haven't been back there.
Hey, we used to go over there, man, which is crazy because you fly the 5 to Hawaii and then take another damn 5, and it's like, God dang. And then we actually went to Tonga as well, and we used to bring gear over there. That's how crazy it was. The kids over there that have no gear, dog, and they're playing, Smitty, I'm not bullshitting you. They're playing with old school, Shaun, bike helmets with the bladder deflated. And they're fucking hitting you harder than anyone out here in the NFL right now. And these are high school cats.
That's why we have shoes.
Yeah, no shoes. No shoes. We had to take cleats over there. All kind of shit. I'm telling you, bro. It's different. It's a humbling experience. And George, Malulu, he actually is one of the guys that go over there with Troy and take Troy over there and do all that shit. So
right on, man. Hey, I appreciate you, JB.
Hold on, Lofa. Is it Malalu or Malalulu? Which one is it, JB?
Malalu. I don't know. I don't want to fucking name up.
How's the correct pronunciation?
That's my boy too.
I mean, shit. It took me like half my life to learn my name. I'm the only half Samoan with the full Samoan name, Mosiula Mea Lofa Tatupu. And then I get over there to SC, and all the guys they got like Americanized name, like Troy, and like they got the real Samoan name, but they gave them a shorter American, and like, so I'm going up to Massachusetts with a full ass Samoan name that no one could say. So I'm just like, hey, fuck it, just call me Lofa. All right, like just
keep it simple. Keep it simple. Oh man, that's hilarious, Shaun. You started laughing. I was like, I already know what you're talking about. Look, I gotta ask you this, man. Before we let you go, again, appreciate you for hopping on here. You told me in the DM you got some TJ Houshmandzadeh stories. What you told me. So here's the opportunity. What stories comes to mind that you have?
I mean, for anybody that wants to debate TJ, he is always fact-based and stat-backed up. So good luck with that. But he's the worst Halo player I've ever played. We played Halo a lot, and I just dominated him. But he told me we were doing a red zone drill, and he's like, I'm going to catch one on you today. I was like, the hell you are, man? Like, I seen all your moves. You ain't got nothing. He gave the stick nod, and he did it on one step. But, I had my hand on the low hip, so I could look back. If it's a stick, I'm going to pull through and undercut. If it's a nod, my arm's going to bring me right back without interfering, and I'm going to get my eyes around. But I had it so blanketed that I was like, ain't no way Hasselbeck's doing it. I hear it was like a bee going by my ear, which it was the ball. And Hoosh is just like, his arms are down, like, oh, the ball's not coming this way. And then last second, he just like throws his hands here. And so I go to punch and I miss, and he's just laughing. And I was like, that was the latest hands and the greatest disguise I've ever seen. And so, like, literally, you can't let your guard down, whether it's a debate or it's laid hands on a drill, but you could definitely whip his ass in Halo. I'm telling you, I haven't picked up the sticks in like 20 years. I'll still dominate him in that.
Hey, Lofa, I've always wondered this. Were you on the team that lost to Green Bay in the playoffs?
No, that was a year or two before.
Okay, because I always wondered what kind of shit did Hasselbeck get in the locker room. Remember, this was one of the overtime coin toss. We're going to win. We want the ball. We're going to score. And he threw the pick six to Al Harris.
I mean, technically, it was a touchdown pass. He wasn't wrong. It just wasn't the play he wanted. I mean, but I can only imagine but that's what you want out of your quarterback. You want a guy that's got that confidence, that shit talking, and like he can back it up. And that's why we played hard for us, because he was tough. And our dads played together in New England, so we grew up a town over from each other. So I grew up watching him play, and Tim, his brother, and then their youngest brother, Nathaniel. He was the best athlete. He just didn't get to 6'4" like the other two. He was like 5'11", like my height. But Nate was a beast. So, but I appreciate you guys having me on, man. And
Always, man.
I got to give a shout out to my boy Gene Robinson and Chase Callow. We binge watched the first two seasons, JB, of Last Chance U because of you, and then when you didn't come back, we were like, fuck that. We ain't watching this shit.
Hey,
that's love.
Hey, they stopped the show, and they were going. This is true. They were going to keep the show with me for as long as they could until I left. So it was. That's a true statement by the owner himself. So I appreciate it. Shit. I was the first one to bring Usos to Kansas, by the way.
I know, right? You started it, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
I was taking a fucking rock. I was taking all the way to the Rock and back from Kansas. I was taking those flights to recruit certain guys, and I was like, fuck, Kahoko and fucking St. Louis, and I had guys from all over those high schools over there. Just the best ones, and then they get to Kansas, dog. Hey, they get to Kansas. They were like, that humidity hit them. I'm like, dog, it's the same humidity in Hawaii. What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, but it's not dry like here, Cody. It's dry
different.
here. Them motherfuckers out of shape. I'm like, oh, shit. Hey, Oaks, what do you got going now, though? What are you doing now?
Like I said, a podcast. Oh yeah,
what's the name? What's the name of the podcast? Let's plug it in.
All day, baby, all day podcast. So Seahawks, NFL focused, and just you have fun. I normally just don't like talking, but I like talking football, so that's why I chose to do that. And then you get your own voice now. Like you don't have the media taking it and twisting, even though they do. Every now and then I'll see a clip where they just change what I said to their perspective, and I'm just like, all right, watch the whole show. But so that 1937 Farms got a cannabis company up here in the I-502 legal recreational industry, and then I just released a beer. Me, Walter Jones, Hall of Famer, my boy. And Cam Chancellor. I know you know that name too. So we partnered with Savage Brewing because we are some savages, and it's 31 Savage, 51 Savage, and 71 Savage. So it's just kind of like a line like that. So so Savage Brewing Company. That's we released some beers, and we're making waves up here.
Tell Walt I said what's up. He's been on the show a few times, man. A former JUCO product himself, one of the best ever. So that's a good dude. He's a good dude. I've known Walt for a long time. He's a great dude, man. I gotta get him back on here too. So shout out.
I don't know if he's in the. See, I don't have a research group. I do all. It's off the top of the dome. Is he in the College Football Hall of Fame? Because I mean, I know he only spent like 6 months at Florida State, but like
I think he is.
One of the best I've ever seen in my life. Like 6'5", 315 pounds, and running a 4.6 is what they said they clocked him at.
The
couldn't get around him. Couldn't run by him.
College Football Hall of Fame is bogus.
It is because the problem is
you gotta make a parade All-American team to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. So they're basically eliminating damn near every non-big-time conference college football player in history. Because the shit you got to do from San Diego State or Tulane or somewhere to get on an All-American team.
Yeah, you got to break historical records to do that, right?
You know why? This is why, and I was one of the advocates, and it didn't show it on the show. One of the many things they left out, but they added me cussing out motherfuckers at Walmart. But here's the issue. They Jones Community College, Jones, Mississippi Community College, where Walt played, they came up with an award. I think they call it the Henry Wins inaugural. I think it's the Walter Jones Trophy at Jones Community College. A kid just won it recently from there. But the reason I brought this up was if you go JUCO, and we just mentioned one, TJ Hushamanzada, Chad Johnson at the time, Aaron Rodgers, Steve Smith, Cam Newton, all these guys that I played against, well, at least Chad, TJ, and Steve all played California JUCO with me. Here's the issue I have. You played JUCO 2 years. You don't meet the criteria to be a college football Hall of Famer, and that's why Walter Jones is getting fucked.
Wow.
So,
those some names right there. Those some names right there.
He didn't play enough years. Yeah, he didn't play enough years. Yeah. And so, like, these guys will never be college football Hall of Famers when they're – come on, man. Walter Jones is a grown-ass man.
It's bogus. College football Hall of Fame bogus.
When they're going to have the gold jacket, that's hilarious. Right?
Hey, think about this. How about Corey Dillon, JUCO?
Oh,
Rudy Johnson, JUCO. I'm just saying. How about all these guys? How about John Madden, Warren Moon? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like all these JUCO guys, they're not college football Hall of Fame. Like, come on, Aaron Rodgers. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad. But I could do that on a whole. We could do a whole show about that. But man, I got to get some of that brew.
Yeah.
I got to get some of that, man.
I'll ship y'all some.
Lofa, you get out to Vegas, let me know. When you come out for a CBD event or, a brewery event, look me up.
I'm definitely going to hit up Pete for some tickets. So, yeah, I'm going to. I'll hit you up.
Yeah, we got to hook up. I'll come out there for sure. That's only 2 hours.
Pete, you need 6 tickets.
6? Okay. That's it.
Smitty, you can't come, Smitty.
I was going to ask for the red zone suite.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, hell yeah. Smitty can't come. He voted Kamala. All right, appreciate you. Much love.
I appreciate
we'll see you later. Oh my God, I appreciate you guys. I'll come back anytime, man.
Always, brother. We gotta get you back on. All right, brother.
Peace.
Hey, JB, can I say something?
Say something. Please say something, Shaun.
Here's the greatest testament to who you are. You are so fantastically fucked up that you had people really thinking Independence, Kansas wasn't that bad. You and your little fucking hot tub in the back of your crib,
smoking a cigar with his shirt on.
Hey, Smitty, I had to recruit Kansas JUCOs one year at USF.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody that lives in Kansas. I'm sure some great people. Hell can't be much worse than that stretch. That stretch where them JUCO Independence and all them JUCO, boy, you talking about. Oh my God!
He said hell can't be too much worse than Kansas. That's crazy.
I got back to Florida. I went in Coach Strong's office. I said, "Hey man, do you hate me? Like, why would you send me out there? Me?"
Right.
Shit. Hey, there's a Florida boy that was with me in Indy. Come on now. Hey, here's the cold part. Here's the cold part.
Don't call him AE. Don't call him AE.
Hey, cold part. Coach Fred, who's on the show often, who's coaches at Alcorn. Another Florida boy who's doing, shout out to Fred, who's doing a lot of things with the Pouncey twins right now. He had to recruit Kansas Jukes too. I mean, come on, dog. Hey, you gotta sell it. I sell ice to an Eskimo, dog.
Right.
Smitty, I'm talking about flat, ugly, freezing.
No type of, you know what I mean?
Ain't no Walmarts, no Targets.
I would argue. I've been all over the world, and I've been all over the country for sure. I would argue, first of all, it's the second worst recruiting base. Oh, well, as far as the 50 states, I would say that it's the 4th worst state to recruit. Number one, we go with Idaho. Then we go Montana. Then we go the Dakotas, and then I'd put Kansas right there. But Kansas is saved by Wichita and Kansas City, which has brothers and some NFL talent, obviously, and especially they got some track talent as well. Obviously, some legendary track guys came out of there. But there's also been a lot of NFL running backs as far as Barry Sanders, Wichita North High School. There's been some legends that's come out of there, but it's saved by those 2 metropolitan cities in that, and they're not even metropolitan by any means. They're 200,000 fucking people, and those are the biggest cities in the state. So that saves Kansas because Idaho don't have it. Boise's not a Wichita or a Kansas City as far as talent. So that's the biggest city in Idaho. Other than that, you go to Montana, the Dakotas. Oh, you don't recruit there. It's fucking horrible. And then until the Usos started going to Utah and Bountiful and shit like that, nobody recruited Utah either, by the way. And Utah became now one of the stronger spots to go try to snatch a couple polys out of. So like recruiting-wise, yeah, there's certain states we stayed away from. But to your point, the female and the pussy has got to be the worst, though, in the union. Like, I've signed way better pussy in Idaho, Montana. Kansas pussy is the worst.
Dry.
I don't know about the feel of it. I'm just talking about
scarcity. He's talking about scarcity.
I truly think Kansas is living and currently in 1970. And I swear to God, it's 1970 in Kansas, and they have not a clue what's going on around them. I'm being honest, dog. They do not know that there's other shit out there. Like, they don't know that CDs exist yet. They're on 8-track. I'm being real. They're on 8-track.
They don't know about the robot delivery. You know what I mean?
I don't think Amazon goes there.
No, I'm from the South. I've been all up in Mississippi, Alabama, bootleg Louisiana towns. Man, that JUCO stretch in Kansas is oh my God.
And by the way, don't get it mistaken.
The internet don't even work at your hotel. Like that shit.
Smitty, don't get fucked up. The state is not small. It's an 8.5-hour haul from Garden City to me in Indy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Shaun's driving from Garden City. I'm sure he started probably whatever way he went. I don't know if he went from east to west, west to east. Some people. This is
I
how
flew
you
into Wichita. Wichita wasn't terrible, but once I got outside of Wichita,
okay.
Woo!
So there's two ways you can do it, Smitty. You can fly into Wichita or you can fly into Kansas City. And you go into Kansas City. If you're going to recruit, you fly into Kansas City and you start at Highland Community College. You work down and you hit Fort Scott. Then you hit Coffeyville and Independence, right?
Yeah.
Then if you're smart, you take an hour drive to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you fucking stay there for the night. Then you take a haul across and get back into Kansas, and you hit Wichita. You hit Butler and Hutch, right? Then you keep going. You hit Dodge City, and then you hit Garden City, and then you get the fuck out of Dodge, literally.
Hey, Smitty, you ever been to like a real small airport where like, when you get there, the lady that like gives you your ticket for the plane and checks your bags is the same lady that's at the gate letting you on the plane.
And the sheriff, and the barber, and the florist.
That's what going to a Kansas JC is like.
I would
like
never
they
know.
literally might have like 5 full-time employees for the entire college. You can't get in nowhere. Ain't nobody answering the phone. Man, this shit's so bootleg, dog. It is unbelievable.
That's crazy. Shout out to Jason, man, for taking something so bootleg and turning into something that, that we came.
And by the way, since we're doing geography, by the way, they're surrounded by the worst states in America. I was an absolute fucking shithole, and then Nebraska is an absolute fucking shithole, and then you got Missouri, besides the Ozarks, homie, in Kansas City and St. Louis, shithole. Then you got fucking what else is over there? Colorado, the wokest state in the union. Then you got fucking
they got nothing to do with recruiting.
Yeah, I got a lot to do with it. I couldn't go into some of the households on me. And then you got it's fucked up, dog. Or Arkansas, homie, go to Arkansas, beautiful state. Shout out to Arkansas and all you backwoods inbreds. But god damn it, motherfucker, they will roll up, homie, and they'll have tea. That I'm like, where the fuck you get
Cut
them
that
teeth?
out, man. Cut that out, man.
Where'd you get them teeth from? Where'd you get them teeth from?
You called him a cyclops. The one eye from
shout out to all my good people down in Hot Springs, Arkansas, man.
One eye.
Hot Springs. How about Table Rock? Table Rock, Great Lake and shit. But you might fuck around and seriously, Hills Have Eyes on Me is got to be filmed in Arkansas.
Hey, JB, one of my buddies owns a cigar lounge down there. Shout out to my boy KB, Stogies and Styles down in Hot Springs. Hey, we got to go down there one weekend during the 3-year prep season and go to Oaklawn Park, which is right there in Hot Springs. We have a good time. I ain't going to let you duck down to Arkansas. Arkansas ain't remotely close to Kansas.
My dad and my grandfather born in Little Rock.
As far as experience.
Born in Little Rock.
Because I promised Shaun that we give him a little bit of time to end on this. So we'll go 5 minutes over time, and after that, I have to leave. So let's end on this. Shaun, what's your take on the whole Stephen A. LeBron situation, man? The back and forth.
You got 7 minutes, Shaun.
We got 5 minutes max. Now we got 4.5 because he keep talking. What's your take on the Stephen A. LeBron situation?
Hold on. Here's a picture of Kansas-Arkansas combination.
He said Kansas-Arkansas combination. It's the combo.
Shaun, you know
you call him, JB? You called him a what?
Cyborgs.
But before that, you called him a inbreed.
Inbred.
Inbred.
That's what they are. They're proud of it too. And so, hey, by the way, Kentucky has some. Indiana have some. You know, you know, Shaun. Hey, Shaun. He knows. Hey, Smitty walk around and see a meth head, number one meth labs in America in Indiana. And it's in Naptown. So, go ahead, Shaun. Let's dive into Stephen A.
Stephen A. You got 3.5 minutes now.
7 minutes. You got 6 minutes.
For as much money as LeBron and his friends have been able to generate,
billion,
he still has no support system.
Ooh.
Like,
explain yourself.
When you hear him talk, it's almost like you look at his success in a totally different light because he seems so immature still at the age of 40. Sometimes, in my opinion, and my dad used to always say this, don't argue with a fool because from a distance, people can't tell who is who. With everything Bron has accomplished, why are you publicly spatting with a guy that's in the media? And to my support system, nobody in his group was like, dude, you gonna do this? Like, and you gonna go on the Pat McAfee show? If that ain't the corniest, most corporate, out of touch with reality decision I've ever seen. This is a guy who had the decision, who's shown brilliance from a marketing standpoint. Like, if you want to change a narrative, then why not go on a platform that's going to enhance that podcaster's profile, that's going to change that podcaster's life, that's going to bring attention to that platform that they could never get? Why go be corporate snob and go on McAfee?
Okay, hold on. Let me show you a tweet from Pat McAfee this morning. Have you seen this tweet? I want to get your take on this tweet that Pat McAfee posted this morning. And I think, go ahead and read it.
Good morning, beautiful people. I still can't believe LeBron had a conversation with a white guy the other day. Now, that's satire and comedy, but it's also some truth in comedy.
But who's he talking to?
He's talking to Stephen A. McAfee and Stephen
Thank
A.
you.
don't get along.
That's what I said. Thank you.
But I'm talking more for the tone deafness that I think is LeBron. He lives in this bubble. I don't think he has any idea of what his community desires from him, and why the majority of his community does not have him in the same sentence as Michael Jordan
or Kobe.
It's not a talent thing, it's a projection thing. Michael Jordan projected himself as the coolest, most killer motherfucker we'd ever seen in sports.
Then Kobe took it over.
And see, I disagree slightly because Kobe was beloved post-basketball. Kobe wasn't beloved when he was a current player. Remember the Shaq thing in Utah? Or wherever the hell it happened?
I don't agree.
Outside of Laker Nation, Kobe was not as beloved when he played as he was when he retired.
I don't believe anybody's ever had to face what Kobe went through, the R word.
I'm not saying whether it was right or wrong.
I
I'm just
get it.
saying
But no, what I'm
his
saying
actual
is,
narrative was enhanced when he stopped playing.
but they did not. I think Kobe and Jordan are both in the same boat. The players absolutely hated them when they played because of their competitive nature and assholeness to say, fuck your jersey swap era. I'm not swapping jerseys. I'm not shaking your hand. We lose the game, we're walking straight off. There ain't no hugging and dapping. They didn't like that shit because those two were killers, like you just said.
But they respected them, though.
Fuck yeah. But now LeBron, I think they're saying, well, LeBron ain't even Kobe. That's from his own peers that you just mentioned. The peers are picking Kobe over LeBron. All the OGs have said it. And it's like, because they saw that. And I think LeBron is, to your point, doing what you're saying he shouldn't be doing. And that's the shit that this charade.
But let me be clear about my biggest issue with LeBron. He could have changed somebody's life, but he chose to go and play around with McAfee.
Yeah, I respect that.
To go and be confrontational in a situation, you too big to even be caring what Stephen A. Smith say.
So what do you think he should have did?
What show should he go on? Like, though, I guess your argument is that LeBron should just pick some random, like,
no, not random,
small platform and just hop on it.
I believe his sensitivity level is right there with Kevin Durant. He just chooses to try and hide it. So obviously he's in the know of what the good podcast platforms are out there. Find one that people think is the person's talented and just needs more exposure and go blow this thing up. No offense to Pat McAfee. I don't got nothing against Pat McAfee at all. I'm happy for his success, but I'm just saying, like, Bron's tone deaf.
There it is, y'all.
I think he's tone deaf.
Want to get Shaun his time, and he said what he said. Strong take. That's how you end the show, Shaun. I think that's a strong take from you. I agree with something. I disagree with something, but at the end of the day, that's what it is, man. Free Game Friday. Shaun got the Duke shirt on. Any final thoughts before we close out? It's 9:15. Any final thoughts?
100%. outside of Laker Nation, Kobe Bryant was more beloved after he retired and became a girl dad. People embraced him universally. That was not the case as an active player.
I say maybe the mothers and stuff like that. Maybe I would agree on that. I think the men though. I don't know. I feel like his whole farewell tour that last season, he was getting love every single city they went to. They doing tribute videos. Fans is going crazy for him. But I think it's different. I understand what you're saying. People saw a softer side of Kobe post career, and it was more of like acceptable to the masses, to everybody, family, mothers, everybody. The true just basketball fans, though, I think he got the love from that community. But I
Shaun, real quick, Shaun, the Dodgers, the Doyers won. They're on pace already to win 117 games to break Brett Boone's record. They're 3-0, first time since 2016. I'm just kidding with that, but they're 3-0. The best player in baseball just hit a home run last night again in front of a max 52,000 capacity at Chavez Ravine. They play Detroit tonight again, and they're going to break out the rings. It's ring ceremony day. Your first takeaway from baseball's opening night being the same day as the Sweet 16 beginning. Your takeaway from all that all the sports that were going on last night.
Talk about everything.
I thought
the boxing, everything.
Do it on 45 seconds.
The only misstep MLB had was putting the hour-long Ice Cube in the old school pre-game production.
That's my favorite part.
But what it did is spilled into the start of the late NCAA games. They had a little window there where they could have upped their viewership before those games started. But once God's team came on,
Mike Bunny's the man.
No, we listened. We saw it. It just kind of caught us off guard.
Mike Bunny took a stray earlier in the show. He took a stray. Yeah, he took a stray.
Shout out to Bundy.
But he wears the number. He wears number 12, my number. So shout out to Mike Bundy.
And listen, nobody cares about the Dodgers outside of California, by the way. Just let me make that completely.
The Dodgers are God's team when it comes to baseball because they obviously were in New York as well, in Brooklyn, by the way. New York Dodgers, before your time. Brooklyn Dodgers. And they won title. They won titles both places. Shout out to a Compton legend, Duke Snyder, who went to Compton High School with my dad, with my dad, by the way, and was a Brooklyn Dodger. And then shout out to the LA Dodgers for winning it as well. So I think
one of the greatest rosters in all time. That's a fact.
Yeah, the greatest money can buy. The greatest money can buy. Them Ohio State just buy a championship nowadays.
Well, don't be hating. I mean, hey, we'll have more money. Have your owner and your team more money. Ain't no salary cap. They ain't stopping y'all from doing it.
The Dodgers might win 4 in a row.
Oh shit!
Minimum. I was going to put a futures bet into that, but you probably can't.
Yeah, I think they're going to win at least for sure 3 in a row. But
they won't even make the World Series this year.
You want to bet?
I bet you a cigar.
I'm going to bet that. Shout out to my man Eddie Manyweather, man. Always showing love to the show on Fridays, man. Appreciate you, man.
That's BP. Can we keep that for BPS?
This is going to really flip the script for us, Eddie Manyweather.
Can that be the logo for BPS, though? The 99-cent meme that Eddie sends us?
No, I don't like that because now you degrade my people saying that we only do that. Because we got people who give $10, $20, $40, $50 too. Don't do that. Sean, real quick, talk to Shaun. JB likes to take one-off things and use that to fit whatever narrative he's trying to push to say, see, I told you, black people, this is what y'all do, or women.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Hey, Shaun, I think the Dodgers play the Red Sox this year in the World Series. They beat the dog shit out of them just because they're just much better roster. And then, but I think Boston gets out of the East this year.
Love it. Let's end with the. It's not the bottom no more. Never mind.
Let's end with some BPS. Let's end with some BPS.
I was going to end with the Arkansas people, but we can end with some BPS real quick.
Let's go. We got white people shit and BPS, by the way. So let's do it all right now. 45 seconds.
It's almost 9:30. I don't get paid for overtime. Let's get it.
No.
It's the middle of the game.
Wait, what's Grandma doing, homie?
You don't know. This is not even white people stuff or black people stuff.
This is BPS. It's BPS though.
This is OPS.
This BPS.
OBS.
Hey,
the name.
We got everything today, baby. I hope I sent you some MPS as well. Hopefully, we get that in. I got some Mexican people shit too. We got every race today, and then we got
the name Karen. The name Karen is synonymous with what? That is the most Karen ass behavior ever. Because if anybody would have like acknowledged her and told her she was wrong, she would have became the victim and went and threw a fucking fit.
Well, to me, it's just it's OBS, OPS, old people stuff. She didn't know no better.
Speaking of throwing a fit, let's take a look at this BPS segment where a girl threw someone's like a temper tantrum. Let's just show this BPS. I don't know if Bailey, you don't have that one. I sent you the BPS. Fuck, Bailey. Bailey fucked us.
Old white women are the most delusional group of people in the world.
That is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors.
Close them.
Close the doors.
Now.
It's 1,000 that's watching online.
I agree. Right here.
This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here.
Is that sweat?
Yeah.
So let me get this right. This motherfucker kidnapped everybody in that place because I heard that day he did not let anyone out of there. That's anti-God, isn't it?
This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
First of all,
I
can't comment on this because Marvin Sapp is one of the greatest vocalists that the actual gospel music world has ever been exposed to. So
truth has to be true.
I'm gonna just leave it alone. But I hope that 40 is going to replace that hair that he losing, boy, because he don't have to.
No, that's the building fund. That's going to the building fund, Shaun.
Let me show you a BPS segment, though, that I have to tell you about since we're talking about Karen.
Why we doing these BPS back to back?
Well, because Karen threw a temper tantrum walking across the court, and I got a rebuttal for Shaun. So take a look at this.
She high some drugs. Why she so mad? She threw off all the pineapples in the ocean, homie.
And that brother been working hard for a while. I hope she fall in.
You know how long it takes to get that's your homie fell in the water. You know how long it takes to get pineapples cut off? Because they had to climb the tree up to the top. Those are fresh pineapples, homie.
But see, here's the difference between that behavior from a black woman and that behavior from a white woman. See, that woman there is scorned.
Yeah.
She called him cheating. She went through the phone and she saw some goddamn texts, some pictures that she didn't like, and she is acting the fuck up. See, white women over 60 that do that kind of shit, they're just delusional. Like they're living in an alternate universe.
Hello. That's why I like having the OG on here, man. The OG brother who breaks it down.
That he hurt her.
Yes, that's a hurt. That's a hurt woman right there.
Okay, I ain't going to get you back by throwing your livelihood back into the salt water. I'm gonna throw all these pineapples.
Yes,
into the water.
I agree 1,000%, Shaun. But let's end the show the right way. I think we got one more WPS thing we're gonna show. Let's end on some white people stuff, and we'll close the show off because I gotta go.
Oh shit!
Oh my God. Just ignorant. Just think y'all run everything. Just think y'all can just do whatever y'all want to do at any place, any moment, any time. Why would you even think to do this? Harming buildings and business that people, small business owners, has worked their whole life to put together, and it's always the white man that want to just do what they want to do. Why, Shaun?
Stop it. You know damn well you guys.
So this is all about.
You guys just fucked up half Chicago. Stop.
The psychology behind white people being fearful of outcomes versus black people being fearful of outcomes. See, a white guy that's drunk, like his idea of having fun is let's get the golf clubs and go in the middle of a downtown major city and hit golf balls because he doesn't fear the outcome. Like
Right.
He thinks if the police show up, they just probably gonna give him a warning and write him a ticket. See,
He
a
gonna cuss him
brother wouldn't do this shit because he's not going to jail for hitting fucking golf balls in downtown. Now he might rob somebody or sell some dope or some shit They feel like he got a bigger reward. But we not going to jail for hitting fucking golf balls.
If we gonna take a chance, we taking a chance because we about to earn something. We not just doing it. There's no win in this. There's no win in this.
There's no part of our mind, JB, that thinks if we're doing that, the police gonna show up and just give us a warning.
Thank you.
We got some Mexican people shit from my homeboy Ruben and Cisco in the chat.
We just keep adding stuff, huh?
Take a look at this Mexican people shit.
Oh, that flip was crazy. That got me off guard.
I missed it. What happened?
You didn't see the flip, Shaun?
No, I was looking in the chat. My bad. One more time, Bailey.
That flip at the end, I think it's too late. They already took it out. It's a wrap. The show got to end. Betty got to go to his other show. He got to go work out.
Hey, this how great the show is. We don't even want to get off.
Yeah, no, I want y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. This is great.
We got IPS next. Iranian. Anyone?
CPS.
Can we show?
APS.
We got HPS. We got Hamas.
Haitian.
We got all that shit next week on the Lotus Show.
GPS.
We got some great guests next week, dog. We got a loaded lineup next week. Shaun Salisbury Show next. You guys can hop on over to Rumble for Unpaid with Shaun Salisbury. We're gonna break down everything. But hey, man, appreciate everybody hanging in 30 minutes late. I hope Smitty's late to work. And
Naptown legend.
I'll see you tomorrow. I will see you Monday. Shaun, horrible weather out here, so I won't be on the yacht. I was gonna come to Vegas actually, Shaun. I'm thinking about still maybe hopping up there.
Come on, Kim offered them free tickets to an event, and JB is holding them hostage.
Steve, you used to hop over with Steve. Shaun,
Shaun, hit up Steve right now. Actually,
what event is in town?
It's a boxing, big time boxing match.
Fight.
My man, what's my man? He's a big fan of Mike Tyson. Young, I'm on the brain part. If I remember, I'll text it to you. But it's a good fight. You should
text Shaun that information and get it right.
Last thing I got before I leave. Start referring to me as a guest. I'm family now. I'm officially Unc in the chat. So when I'm coming on, family, like how I'd like to be addressed, not guest.
It's crazy, real quick on that point. It's crazy how now this is BPS. All our like black guests, regulars, you, Coach Fred. It's like the more y'all come on, the more y'all demand. So you first came on, you was cool with this coming on. Then you said, "Where's my intro video?" Then you said, "Well, I don't like the song on that. We have to change the song." Then when we had the studio in place, you say, "Why my picture ain't on the wall? We had to put your picture on the wall." Now you're saying you're not a guest, you're a family. Like at some point, we got to cut it out, Shaun.
Well, wait to what's next.
That's what I'm saying. What's going to be next?
Right. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. It's actually BPS. And I don't know if we want to, talk about the elephant in the room. It's BPS, and I don't have Weddle or any of the white folks joining the show asking for demand. Right. I don't have anybody ask for demands. Fred wants a fucking NIL deal. He wants cigars monthly. Motherfucker wants liquor. He
wants a whole write down. Him and Bailey,
Shaun wants a video. Shaun wants a video. He wants
if y'all in the chat and y'all feel like I'm outside of normal behavior for a human being by saying I'd like to be referred to as family, not a guest, as we move forward, hit us up in the comments and let me know. I think that's a very reasonable request.
I think it's BPS, but we'll talk about that Monday on the realest show on Planet ERF. We'll see Shaun again Monday, and Wednesday and Friday. As the Elite Eight. Hey, Monday we got a lot of NCAA analysts joining the show to talk about the Elite Eight. So we'll see you Monday on the realest show on Planet.
Hey, by the way, connect me with Passner so we can get a stick this weekend.
Yeah,
I saw he flew in on a helicopter. I gotta give him some game. It's too windy in Vegas to be playing with them helicopters. He trying to have this thing in before it start.
See you guys Monday.
Bruce Carrington. I'm out. Peace.